Man, I'm telling you this, man, you gotta take that out of your face. I can't do that this whole time. I just don't know if I can. Sydney must have some kind of sickness she's battling because she's got Kleenex just hanging out her nose. I don't know if I've ever done that. Like when I know my wife, when she sleeps, she'll stuff Kleenex up her nose. I don't know, what do the kids say nowadays? I'm not here for that.
Yeah, that's whack.
That's whack, yo. Hey, it's the Jake and Tanner show. I want to read this because you know what? It bothers me so much.
Still?
Yeah, it really does. I just read it to you. This guy on the radio.
Oh, that one.
He says, and you know what sucks is he's given us lots of compliments before.
Who is it?
Weed. I don't know, man. He's given compliments throughout the years on Studio Think Tank, which is our radio Facebook.
Oh, I thought you were...
You thought I was talking about the Devil's Lettuce?
Yeah, I thought you were making a reference that I would know, like a guy who likes weed. So I immediately thought of somebody else, and then nope, that man's name is Weed Deaning or something.
Yeah, wait, who are you thinking?
I thought you were talking about Justin. And I was like, I feel like Justin knows better than to write.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys know your life can be interesting?
That's what the guy says. I can't count the number. And you know what I hate so much is that Ryan got all the credit for this.
How did Dave Ryan get credit for life events?
I don't know.
That's not fair.
Here, it says, I can't count the number of times Dave has written on Studio Think Tank to use your life as part of the show. Today, we talked about me hanging up my lawnmower in a muddy field this week. I don't know what that means.
I think getting it stuck.
What? All right.
It got all hung up on some mud.
Oh, and I got mad when I couldn't dig it out and started throwing apple monkey balls at it. Listeners seem to like my apple monkey balls. Who knew?
I don't know what that is.
Must be a type of apple.
Is it feces?
Maybe. Either way, I'm not eating it.
Yeah.
Either or.
I
not
hate
going to take a bite of that. I hate eating feces. And I'm like, I don't know. That just made me so mad. Because that's a morning dude.
Yeah. And how long has he been doing mornings?
I
2 days?
Know. I mean, he's in the business and great for him, but man, if you don't know that and you've been in it for so long and you got to give Dave Ryan credit, it's almost like he was just giving him credit to just give him credit for something.
It's like trying to find a way to tag Dave Ryan in it. Because maybe Dave Ryan, when he retires in the next 1 to 35 years, who knows?
Yeah, they just keep upping that guy's contract. Man, that guy hit a station.
Well, he's just Murphy in a bigger market.
He's more creative.
He's way more talented than Murphy. But what I'm saying is, Murphy has been here for over 20 years,
right?
And he's just been dominant. And that's what Dave Ryan did. Is he got into that market somewhere between 20 and 48 years ago, and then he's just been number one since.
God, what a position that guy is in every time his contract comes up, because he doesn't syndicate, and they
want him to.
Clear Channel wants him. They go, please let us put your show on different markets.
And he's like, nah. Well, because that station doesn't want to.
That station goes no, because they want to be very local station, kind of like the birthday station or whatever. And they go, so what about? And so Dave goes, well, pay me more. And this is me just saying this, but pay me more, or I'll go syndicate where I can get paid.
Yeah.
And they go, there's a story of him, because my nephew told me this.
Yeah.
And he was working nights while Dave is working mornings at the same building. Dave
I feel like stories about Dave Ryan are like almost like myths. Like you tell people around in a bar that's only lit by a fireplace.
Right. It's only
legend
out of work DJs.
Legend says that Dave Ryan went to an Applebee's.
So they were sitting there, and Dave and his contract was up. Mm-hmm. And because he was saying his big thing was, you don't realize how much they have in radio. They put the fear of God in you we don't need you, and if you go, see ya. We don't care. You need us more than we need you.
It's kind of like the same thing that happened to waiters and waitresses back in the 40s, when they used to get a living wage, but then like the war happened, depression happened, so they said, we're not going to be able to pay you a wage, but all those bribes that like people were trying to give you, tips, take those.
Wait, whoa. Explain to me what happened.
So back in the day, waiters and waitresses got a living wage, right?
So there was no tips.
There was no tips. And what would happen is like mafia guys and like higher ups and businessmen would try to give money, or they'd give money to their waitress to get better service.
Okay.
And
just so you wait on me quicker, faster,
better,
okay.
And things like that. And they would always say no, but then they just started slashing their wages because of the depression and saying, now start taking those. Take those bribes. Or it's like, I don't need to pay you because you're getting paid by them. You're getting bribed.
Okay.
And then when the depression was done, that was now a thing. So then these restaurants are just like, no, just keep the people will keep tipping you and I can pay you $2 an hour.
Bam! Fact! Oh, I like that. Dropping some knowledge bombs this morning.
God, I hate
early.
I'm still upset about tipping because it makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it should be. I think it should be against the law because I don't want to feel like I have to.
Nothing makes me pucker harder than when I used to go to a breakfast place up in my area and they would take your card and then they would scan it and then they would say, would you like to add a tip onto this?
There's a beauty, whatever they call them. The place.
Beauty salon?
They do that. And the person that cut your hair is
and
right there.
Yeah, the waitress is the one running the card. And it sucks because what am I supposed to say? Everything I say feels like the wrong answer.
Cindy, can you put up places that you don't have to tip? Find a list. Because do you have to tip your groomer for your dog?
Yes.
That owns the business, though. If she owns it, she makes her own prices.
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
It's weird. I hate tipping, but there's a weird thing about tipping where, like, I'll tip the people who deliver my,
I guess I was looking for jobs.
Yeah.
Not countries. Like, situations that you don't have to, okay, go, I like it. I'm sorry, go on. What were you going to say?
I tipped the guys who delivered my,
luggage.
No.
Mail.
No, washing machine. And they brought it from their truck down into the basement and hooked it up.
Were they waiting?
I set that up.
Were they waiting for a tip? Or
No. I walked up to them and said thank you, and I gave them both $5, which I still think is more than what they probably would have gotten from a lot of people.
No, my friend, he is like a mattress delivery person from Burlow, and he gets so much in tips.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I had heard that you should be tipping these people.
Yeah, because I don't think, like, technically in, like, their job description, I don't think they have to bring it into your house. They just have to, like, drop it off and, like, install it. So, like...
Well, installing it would be in your house.
Well, yeah, but, like, how they set it up for you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the reason that because I can't do that alone. Like, I can't go get a washing machine and bring it down my stairs or a king-size mattress and bring it up my stairs.
But
So I pay a little bit extra.
Do you tip the cart boy or the person that bags your groceries? I get. Oh, really?
Yes, but they only get like $1 or $2.
Okay, so wait a minute. I guess, and this is me being very Jake on this.
Yes,
that's your job. You hired to come in and bring my washer to the basement. You knew there probably wasn't a dude in there going, hey, you're gonna pay you this, and then the tips that you make. I wouldn't think. I've never done delivery services, so I mean, maybe.
I think it might depend on the size place because those delivery guys, they can't. This gets me in my brain often. How often are they doing that? You can't fill 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, where you're constantly hooking up and installing or moving or doing something into people's houses, right? How often are people buying mattresses and washing machines?
The person who I know, like, his dad owns Verlo, and, like, he spends all day, like, every single day of the week driving around.
How often how many delivery drivers do they have?
I do not know. I've never asked.
Because the same thing with cell phone plans or car dealerships in my head, where it's like, there has to reach a point where one day nobody wants a new car, right?
I think it's funny when if you don't like your haircut, you still tip them because you feel bad. And you really shouldn't.
I tip $20.
So awkward.
Yeah, I pay $20 for a haircut. I don't care how much they charge. Like if they charge $10 for my haircut, I throw a 20 on the table. They got themselves a $10 tip. If they charge $18.50, they got themselves a $1.25 tip. $20 is what I pay for a haircut. I think that's fair.
I'm really bad at a hotel too, because they leave the little envelope, and I'm like,
what hotels do you stay? If I see an envelope, I'm flushing it.
oh really? Yeah.
I don't know why. For some reason, I believe that is not a tip job.
Well, and see, my wife will disagree because she did that for like a year. She cleaned rooms.
Oh, really?
And she says it's such an awful job that gets you like it's a thing. Like you go in there and you're like, oh, maybe it's almost like a present, if you will. You know what I mean? So you get kind of excited, and then you go to that envelope and it's empty. Then you feel like you don't need to do that room. You don't want to do that room as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or maybe just pick through their stuff.
Bartenders who won't look at you, you don't tip them. I got a list here of a place. A stylist that messes up your hair, don't tip them.
No BS. I don't know why, but they have so much power. Your buddy Ryan, he'll tell them if they gave you a bad haircut.
Yeah, he was like, this is awful.
Yeah,
this looks like crap, and he only has like one.
He does.
I mean, you had to mess up that hair.
Yeah, I don't know why, but that's. They have so much power. I could have chunks and bald spots all over my head and be like, I love it. This is exactly what I wanted. I can't believe
why
you
is
read
that? Because you feel bad because it's their art.
And you watched them do it?
What about, yeah, we're so...
You won't even speak in the chair. There's like this weird unwritten rule that we all follow where you're not allowed to talk during. Say what they should do. That is the worst for me when I go get a haircut. I hate it. My anxiety goes because I know it's so much small talk. Mm-hmm.
But anyway, babysitter. Do you tip a babysitter? I already pay them. Why am I tipping them?
Yeah, no. I don't believe in tipping that one.
No. Somebody said, on this list, waiters who kneel down every time to talk to you. That's a reason why they do that, Lo. Yeah, because it gives them the power, or not them.
It makes you feel better than them.
Not the waiter, but the customer
feels better than the waiter and less intimidated. I love it when a waiter will sit down at the table. Like if you're at a long table and there's one chair empty, if they sit down or if they kneel, for some reason I really like it.
Do you tip your garbage? I mean, or for Christmas, do you ever do that?
No, I don't have garbage pickup anymore.
Oh, you don't? You got to go throw it over a fence? Or you just put it at the working part? The parking lot? Or what am I saying? The trash?
Yeah,
in the
I bring it to the dumpster.
I always wondered if I should do that.
I hear people do.
Or the mailman?
I haven't. Oh, I hate my mail person.
I don't know. I don't think your garbage person has to pick up extra garbage, like depending on your city. So maybe like if they do it for you, then you tip them.
Well, I think it's kind of like if you do that,
if
you like
Christmas
tip your
bonus,
right? If you tip your mechanic, like I went and brought beer to my mechanic. Hopefully, they will be a little bit nicer in certain things, like for like the trash pickup. Now I can try throwing my recliner in that trash bin, and maybe they'll just take it and not say I can't take that.
I feel like you only tip somebody who you think is poor.
And they need a handout.
Yeah, because like a somebody who cleans a room at a hotel, or a mechanic, or somebody who's delivering my groceries or something like that. Because I would never tip a doctor or my therapist. It's not like at the end of a visit I throw a $5 in a jar for them.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they don't need a tip.
What if
They're doctors.
The doctor had a little tip jar. He shakes.
Yeah.
That's why I like Uber so much, because you just do that
after they
drive away. Yeah.
Remember that Lyft or Uber driver that we had in Chicago?
He was the worst.
Who he didn't get out. He didn't look at us. He didn't.
He just popped the trunk.
He popped the trunk. He didn't help us with our bags. He never said hi. He never said bye. He
dirtiest
never said anything.
car.
I gave him a 1 star and no tip. I hate that guy.
So how we started talking about this is because Dave Ryan, and a radio guy that's really successful in Minnesota. My nephew was working nights. Dave obviously doing mornings, and they were out to lunch. And he goes, "You don't realize the power that you have, because in the radio industry, and I'm not saying this building at all or the people around here, they're really great around here, but I'm saying in a lot of buildings that we've worked at, they want to let you know that we don't need you. And maybe this is a lot of jobs. I'm just saying it with radio because we're in it.
Yeah.
You need us more than we need you.
Yeah.
And radio's really bad, and it can scare people, like, because you don't want to pack up your family and move. With radio, you got to move different states because you sign these stupid contracts, and there's only so many radio stations around.
Mm-hmm. Well, like yesterday, as a joke, we looked up jobs in Wisconsin for radio. None. There's not one. Afternoons, not mornings, not overnights, nothing.
So he said a long time ago when Dave was just a young lad, they never renewed his contract. So he said he was out to lunch, or he went in there and he said, hey, you didn't renew my contract and I'm going to go to Florida because they want me. And they said, I want to do lunch with you today. And so they're sitting down there at lunch. It was him and one of the head honchos. And they go, you really going? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, here's a piece of paper. Write down what you want a year and slide it over. He said it was like out of a movie. He wrote down what he wanted, slid it over, and they go, done. Sign the contract if you stay. And he goes, I didn't realize that I had that power. They didn't want to let me know that I had any kind of power until I was ready to go. And he goes, I wish I would have put another 0 at the end. That's what he said.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I wouldn't have that as a good story. That would be an annoying story for me of my first offer was accepted. Yeah. There was no like, oh, come on, we can't do that, Dave, but how about we meet you in the middle a little bit? In my head, they said, what a bargain.
Yeah,
depending on what it was, like, could he have gotten another 100,000? Could he have got another 50?
I bet you he's way up there. And that's a number one station. It has been forever, and he's been doing the number one morning show forever. Sure. His contract is probably really nice.
Yeah, probably.
It's I always think, I wonder if Howard Stern knows him. And I know Howard Stern know Kid Craddock, and that's weird for me to think because Kid Craddock's kind of, you think Howard's in this business that we do. He's just really, really famous with it.
When did he move to Sirius?
I don't, 2000. I was listening to him on terrestrial in 2004 and 5, and it was somewhere around there. Or, I mean, later than that.
To Sirius.
But it's weird. Kid Craddock's
in 2006. When did you get into radio?
I was in school at 2005. Radio school.
So, Howard, you've never worked in terrestrial radio industry at the same time as Howard.
No, because my first job was 2006.
So, and he moved January 2006. So, for people like us,
he's on a different level.
He's always been in a different career. Like, he's not in radio to me. He's Howard Stern. He's got that going for him.
I mean, do you think he went to radio boot camp like we go to?
Yeah, isn't there videos of him?
Is there? I know there is a Kid Craddock.
I thought
maybe there is.
Oh
no, he was a surprise. I think was he a surprise guest, or were we talking about that?
I think we're thinking about Dr. Phil.
That's right. Same level. Dr. Phil was actually going to radio boot camps because he did radio.
Yeah, he did radio interviews and stuff. He's insane.
But it's amazing to me that Howard actually talked about Kid Craddock on his show. I mean, it's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. Weird stuff. How's everybody doing today? We got to get out of here, but I thought I would ask that. Is everybody doing well? Everybody feeling good?
Yes.
Sydney's sick. What do you got? You got the flu, Sid?
I have no clue.
You don't know.
My rib hurts, and I think that's usually
That's the gout.
That's an indication that I'm about to get sick. Like, do you have that little tell in your own body that you're going to get sick?
I will have these quick hot flashes where
I have tender skin right here.
So wait a minute, both you guys are getting sick?
Oh, you will too. I blame Joe.
I do too.
No, it is Joe.
Yeah, I told him, I go, Joe, you shouldn't be here because you're just going to get all of your shows sick. Why do you want to get all your shows sick?
Oh, no.
It's Jake and Tater Show. 866-916-0959.
That's quick.
Phone number 71090. Ewert Pest Control text line. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. Having a lot of fun here. Hi, my name is Jake. I got one of those for you, too.
Yeah, all y'all just give me a candy.
Yeah.
Those were my purse candies.
I'm re-gifting that to you.
A good day. A good day.
I can't do it anymore. I got to stay away from the complex carbohydrates. And no, I have to because I've been feeling really good lately, like the last week or two. I've stopped the alcohol. I've stopped the
oh, yeah, it's during the week.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's like me saying I stopped staying up till 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I got a job.
And I've started eating better, so I feel like I'm feeling a little better.
You're glowing. Are you pregnant?
I could be. I feel like right now I feel so good that I feel like I could become pregnant if I wanted to. I could grow a human in here because it's so nice and comfy.
Can I tell you a story that might freak you out?
Sure.
There is a woman in our town who got her tubes tied.
Okay.
And they had a baby still.
No. That baby better grow up and make me all kinds of money. I did not swear. I beat myself. It sounded like it, but because I'm not kidding. Because that is a gift from God. And if that kid
it's a curse.
Well, no. That's why it could be either way. If that kid grows up and goes to bartending school, okay, and that's it. If he grows up, goes to bartending school, and then owns a franchise and makes all kinds of money.
Yeah,
I'm okay with.
Yes. No,
that scares me too because I'm snipped and my wife has that thing in her.
Yeah,
and
she still has that. I thought you got snipped so she could take it out.
Here's her thing with that, and I go because she gets pimples from it, and and she goes, I got another pimple. I go, well, you got that? What did I even do this for?
She's like, I just like to see you in pain.
The Mexico. She doesn't want to have. She doesn't want to ride the
cotton pony?
She
doesn't want Flo to show up in Mexico?
Right. So that's her thing. She hasn't had a period in like a very long time because of this.
It's going to be like the first time again? She's going to be calling her mom. And be like, where do you keep him? Where does it go?
So, yeah, there's that. Hi, I'm one of the hosts of the show. Let's go around the room really quick. I'm one of the hosts of the show. My name is Jake, and I got to spend apparently too much money on my dog to get him I'm getting him a puffer coat because he freezes outside. Oh my God, I got to show you this. Not only is it a puffer coat for him, you can get him this little thing that goes over his head and it's ear warmers. So it's like,
my God, and your dog will look like he's uncircumcised.
Oh, it's the worst. But he freezes. He hates cold. Well, yeah. And he won't play outside. He doesn't even want to go to the bathroom. He's freezing inside. Yeah, Yeah, Billy. Okay.
Billy.
I haven't bought him dog food in the last year. We just feed him scraps. No.
Jokes.
It's all jokes.
God, you flipping crazy. You animal people are just as bad as you feminists.
I agree.
God. Hi, I'm Tanner. I'm the other host of the show. I openly hate feminists. And also, my cat went outside last night.
Does it need a coat?
I sat and panicked like a worried mother with a teenager.
Sure.
Because I sat up until 10:30.
You moved the couch in front of the slider, waiting.
Yep, and I had my robe on and.
Where have you been?
And then I finally was like...
You're out with that dirty neighbor cat, aren't you?
Well, it's like we have one cat that goes outside and kills everything. It's Belle. I hate that cat. It can stay outside its entire life.
Sure.
And then we have Stickers, who is too young to go outside. That thing will die. That's where we found it. But either way. Then I have my cat, Peaches, 9 years old.
Okay.
Like 18 pounds. It is a fat cat. And it used to go outside at my mom's, and now...
That thing can't survive. Or does it have survival skills?
It has survival skills.
Okay.
It used to go outside by my mom all the time, but like I don't. After we lost one cat to getting hit by a car, I'm very paranoid about losing Peaches because I'm taking a day off after Peaches dies.
Sure.
So I sat there.
I did that with my dog, Mud.
Yeah.
And looking back at that, I would never do that again.
Probably not. Yeah, you didn't even take a day off when your mom died.
I don't think I cared about radio at that time, and I don't think I really worried about that job.
Yeah.
I just wanted a day off.
And be like, you know what? I could sleep more today.
Because if Sydney, you called in, like I know you were just joking, but if Sydney said, hey, my dog died and I can't come in, I would be like, just don't come in then.
Yeah.
Because that's, I mean, I understand that he's but that's
the
weird.
Family dog, but staying home.
Or
it's not like you have to get affairs.
That?
I don't think you have to get affairs anymore. It depends. We'll talk about it on the air and get it off our chest. That'll be the end of it.
But if you're going to work at
if you're about to go do a 10-hour shift at the mill,
and you're just thinking, I get that.
Yeah, it's just different.
Okay, anyway, go on what you were saying about peaches.
Either way, my wife texted me at 2:00 in the morning and said, your effing cat is, when she wants to come in, she climbs on the screens by windows.
That's
what
my kids
screams.
do. My kids do that and scream. Dewey does that yesterday.
Yeah, she'll climb on the screen and then just and that's what she did this morning.
That's wonderful.
To my kid's room, and then my kid woke up.
Hi, Sid.
Hi, my name is Sydney, and yesterday my throat started to hurt a little. So then I'm like, oh, I can't swallow right now. And then I go spit, and guess what comes up?
Phlegm.
Blood.
Ooh.
Why? Oh, that's not good. I was joking. Blood shouldn't come up ever, even with a sore throat. I have very rarely ever coughed blood.
It was only specks. I think I'm fine.
That's what happened to that wizard in that Dungeons and Dragons book, and then he died 4 books later.
Yeah,
and he's a wizard.
Wait, do you have like a coffin rag? Like,
you look at it. You're in the Great Depression.
Yeah, are you dying?
Yes.
No, listen, if you are, I don't want that, but you cannot not, just like if you lost a dog, you don't get to call in, okay? Here's this ear warmers for the...
He died, it looks like an uncircumcised penis! He's got a foreskin!
Yeah, I am.
That's what you get for greyhounds, because they cost like $10,000.
But do you like this? This is only $40. Normally they're $80 for these coats, but these puffer coats...
Remember...
You
didn't save $40. You're spending $40.
Oh, yeah. You look at it that way. He doesn't need a coat. I'll just wrap him in aluminum foil with a little blanket under there.
Or tell him to deal with it.
Flip it. I'll just go ahead and I'll do my own Etsy. I'll just cut some holes in a blanket. And
go to that Chinese Amazon.
I like that. I'm getting to that. You guys don't tell me. I couldn't believe how much dog coats were.
I like how you just got a coat for yourself 2 weeks ago.
And you paid like $10 for it. You're like searching for deals.
Dog coats are expensive, man. Oh my God.
And it's not even it's a vest. Why don't you just go to Justice?
That's a vest?
Well, it doesn't have sleeves.
Oh, a lot of them don't have sleeves.
Yeah. So why don't you just go to Justice or whatever?
Well, look at this
place for children and put toddler vests on your dog.
Why don't you go to Petco or something? They always if you
oh
sign
man,
up for their
Petco's
email, you get coupons.
Yeah, that stuff's really expensive.
Yeah, Petco's awesome.
Do you like this one? This one's $90.
Farm.
This is the one. Look, it's a turtleneck.
That dog doesn't look comfy. Even in the photo.
He doesn't look happy.
That's
the
how I
promotional
dress.
photo is just I hate this. I wish my humans weren't so weird. That's
a boxer. That's just a boxer look.
That's true.
Yeah,
I like that look of boxer, but I like that brindley look that you have, that your dog is.
Oh, yeah, me too. I think the next boxer will be a fawn color.
Is that
no?
You just showed me?
No. I think fawn's even a little lighter than that. They have a few different colors. I don't like. I'm not a big. Maybe that's the exact same one. It seems like they're lighter though. If it is, I like the lighter fawns. I don't like white boxers.
Oh yeah. Okay.
See the down there. Those are the fawn ones, kind of down.
Yeah, those are cute. I mean, they're dogs. Like that.
Yeah, you like the brindle.
I like
dog,
the brindle look.
Dozer's a reverse brindle, so he's got more dark.
Look how ugly this thing. That thing. Look at that thing. It looks like. Look at how normal of a dog.
Wait.
Look at how normal of a dog. Yeah, look at and be like, oh, what an amazing looking. God, just ugly animals.
Ours doesn't look like that. Ours has a really good face on him. I
got
kicked out of that boxer for him because we went to town on that one.
Well, you made fun. We both made fun of that dog, but it was gross.
It was a boxer doodle.
Yeah, it was a boxer doodle. It had curly hair.
I don't support that either. I don't do boxers with tails. I think it looks weird.
I love that dog.
Ooh, yuck.
I like tails on a dog.
Yeah, no.
I really do. I don't know why. It gives me such joy to see it just whipping around.
But have
also
you ever
with their
seen
butt wiggle. Because like my Rottweiler would do that too. Just butt wiggle and then squat and pee.
Did you? They had I don't know if I ever told this story, but nobody likes the look of a boxer besides me, and probably Jim on Demand because he likes pugs.
Yeah, but they're, you gotta understand that's an ugly dog.
See, I don't think he's ugly, and neither does Piper, and neither does my wife, neither does Dewey. We love him, and we always have. We've had boxers. This is our second boxer, but they had a vote. The kids had a vote in the neighborhood who had the ugliest dog, and Piper came in and said, ours won.
Yeah. Well, look at it.
I think
they have an underbite. I mean, it's fine. They can be ugly, and it's great. You can love them the same. But look at how ugly this thing is. That's not of this world.
It's so beautiful.
Like that's not real.
I mean, if you're picking a golden doodle or a boxer,
no, I'll take a boxer over. Actually, look up golden doodles,
man. Look at how cute that dog is.
Yeah, but look up golden doodle puppies. Golden doodle puppies might be the most adorable things in the world.
Oh, you're so wrong. I don't like dogs with noses.
I don't think you like dogs that people like. Look at those. Look at this. It's a puppy. It's a teddy bear.
Yeah.
It's a teddy bear that runs towards you.
My neighborhood, they're filled with these.
Oh,
everybody.
Well, that's a white privilege dog.
Tanner, did you see the one that I think I was telling Sydney about, or maybe I was telling both of you about? In my neighborhood, they have a miniature golden doodle that are like black and white. She had it like specific. She made her own colors or something.
Yeah, they're designer.
It was really cool looking. That's cute.
Yeah,
that's a cute dog.
That's a mini doodle.
You know, you can get miniature boxers, but I just think they're called Boston Terriers. That's another one that I would think was cool.
I love Boston Terriers because they stand up and they touch themselves.
They do?
Yes.
That's that's in their DNA?
Yeah, I don't know why. If you ever see a dog taking its paw and going to town on itself.
That's a terrier?
It's going to be a Boston Terrier.
Those are kind of like little boxer pugs.
But for some reason, see, that dog looks normal, small. I just think almost everything about a boxer is a little off.
Jake, I have a boxer and I love her look.
Listen, you can love your dog. I love all dogs. Dogs are awesome.
Somebody said, at least, who are they?
Boxers are ugly.
I don't understand.
It's like Steve Buscemi. I love Steve Buscemi movies. I think he was great in Armageddon, but I don't want to bang Steve Buscemi.
Kyle was messing with my dog the other day. I go, what are you doing? Kyle's my neighbor. And he goes, I'm trying to pull its nose out. I'm like, get your hand out of its mouth.
It's like every single boxer and pug were born at the top of stairs, and they fell out face first, and then just bounced all the way down. And then they're just like, I guess that's good.
I will tell you, I think the dog is cute. But if you don't like the looks of it, you have to know this. Boxers have the best person. They know. You don't need to tell. They have the best personality on the planet. It makes up for their
faces.
I like their
That's
looks.
what I was told, too.
I think it's funny, too. Like, I don't get offended by that. If somebody says my dog's ugly, okay. There are people that would actually get super offended.
Get out and fight.
I don't understand those people.
But you have to understand that the mass appeal is not to that kind of. And you know that my dog has sleep apnea because of your breed.
Oh, because of the boxer breed?
Yeah.
Funny.
Because my vet looks into his mouth and says, yeah, he's pretty much, my dog's mixed with everything. And it's like, he's got the throat of your dog looks like a boxer, and that's why he sounds like a demon when he sleeps. Does your dog snore?
No. Yours came from a pound. In a mix. Mine's not.
Mine's a mix of everything.
No, I'm just kidding.
Everything.
One of the reasons
so stupid.
We are really, really surprised that Dozer doesn't. Mud snored like crazy. Dozer does not. Maybe when he gets a little older, he will. But as of right now, being 2 years old, he does not.
Yeah, my dog's about the same age as yours. But yeah, we woke up at the same. It woke us up how loud he was snoring, and it was.
That's
it was
nice.
The worst sounding.
He's got to wear a doggy mask.
Yeah, and I took him in, and the vet's like, do a sleep study on them, and then it was
just put a tennis ball in a sock and have them lay on it.
It was Packerland vet place in Green Bay, and they were super cool because she was just like, or you could just leave it because he's fine.
Yeah, seriously, because he's a dog, and that's just what they're gonna do. It's like your dad.
She talked down to me so much because we brought him in for an exam for snoring.
Yeah, I would too.
I deserved it. I think that's why Kayla made the appointment, but made me go fill it out because she knew it was just a little dumb.
The only reason I don't want that fleece is because when that gets wet, that gets wet. Do you know what I mean? Playing in the snow.
Right. That's not going to be fun to wear.
Hey, Urban Air Adventure Park opening in the coming weeks. You can follow and like them on Facebook for updates, hiring opportunities, and details about the adventure coming to Appleton. So, Mandu, I got some gossip.
I love spill the tea.
Yeah, that's what it is, sis. That's what it's. I don't know.
Sydney. Bye, Felicia.
Somebody told me yesterday, and I went automatically. Oh, you don't have drama. I have drama because of the whole Facebook thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they told me their drama, and I went, "Oh my dear God, that drama is. I don't even want to tell my drama now.
Yeah, this is the worst."
We'll talk about it next. Jake and Tanner Show. Jake and Tanner. Chicken tender. The Jake and Tanner Show. Sydney's here. Hi, Sydney.
Hi.
Hi, Tanner. Good morning.
Hello.
My kid came off the bus yesterday, and when I was plowing, by the way, I was plowing yesterday. That was weird.
Yeah, I'm not going to gripe about. How much snow did you get?
Enough to where I had to plow my driveway.
I had nothing. I have nothing in my town.
That Simplicity's on its last leg. I might have this winter, and then I'm just stuck with the Simplicity. I'm just going to push it into the trees.
No, sell it while it still runs. What are you talking about? You can probably get how much you pay for it? $250?
$250.
You can probably get $200 out of it right now. It still runs.
That was a weird day. I drove that from that location all the way back to my house, just on the roads.
Most people do that when they have DUIs.
Yeah, I do that. My kid comes up the bus and he's like, Dad, people were talking about the Jake and Tanner Show and that you guys live here. And I had to explain to him that you don't live here. Yeah. And he didn't understand that. Because I don't know if he thinks that my full name on the radio is just Jake and Tanner. Do you know what I mean?
I've had other people also think that my name is Jake Ann.
Yeah, Jake Ann.
Jake N. Tanner.
Right.
Like my whole name.
Oh, I got to tell you, gossip.
That's weird.
That happened. All right, let me regroup this.
Does it have to do with watching with the camera with the in the Walmart?
Oh no!
Do we
That's
have
happening.
any update on
I
that?
think that's like 4 days before Christmas. He's going to like.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm going.
I'm bringing popcorn.
We're done off that week.
We should go.
Yeah. Get up!
How long is it gonna last?
cheering.
You can't bring snacks in a courtroom.
You can't.
No.
How do
We
you
can
know
sneak
that?
them in. We can bring a little flask and some popcorn.
This isn't a
You
movie
can't have
theater.
anything. You can't have your phone out. Like
We're talking
nothing.
about my old neighbor got caught upskirting people at Walmart.
Allegedly. I'm on his side
Allegedly,
now.
that's right. Well, apparently he just keeps firing his lawyers because they're saying take a plea. They keep telling them to take a plea.
Yeah, because
so he's
that's
firing his
easier.
lawyers to find someone that believes in him.
It's unfortunate because it is her word against his. There is no evidence at all that this happened. So, yeah, fight it. Don't take a plea. If there's no evidence, even if you did do it, don't take the plea. Fight it. There's no evidence.
So my
Okay, Aunt Becky.
I'm just saying. Well, there was evidence with hers.
Did you just Aunt Becky him?
Okay, boomer. Okay.
So I was talking to someone yesterday, and they go, "Boy, I got some drama," and I go, "Oh, I got some drama," because I'm a radio guy, and I'm like, I just want the attention.
Yeah, let me one up you.
Yeah, and I go, well, "You go first," and then this person was like, "No, you go first because yours is probably better," and I go, "Oh, it is," because ours is about the whole Facebook
whole
blah
deal.
thing, and this person told me what it was, and I go, "Oh my dear God, let me just run you through the story."
Okay.
A guy getting a divorce. Okay, this person works at a job and they were talking about this. Okay. Let's say a family video and they were checking out a movie.
Yes.
And before he walked out the door, they had this conversation. This person knew that this guy was going through a divorce.
Yes.
They didn't know all the detail.
It's a weird thing to bring up in a conversation, though. Like if I knew somebody was going through a divorce.
But they're in a position at, like, if it was a hairstylist, they're there sitting through this, and this guy likes talking about it.
Okay, then that's different.
He enjoys talking about it.
Depends on who brings it up first.
He was.
Okay, good.
So he says, "Yep, the divorce is we're going through." They have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. Okay. She was unfaithful. This is what happened. He goes, This is weird, but I wonder if my 1-year-old is not my kid." So he goes to Walgreens and grabs DNA kits because you can get it for $100 and they're like 99% accurate or something like that.
I did not know that you could get that at Walgreens.
Yeah, you can get all kinds of stuff at Walgreens.
I thought you only could do that at Maury.
No.
Like, that's it. I thought you could only have Maury Povich do that for you.
He pops up like on a screen with the DNA test that you buy at Walgreens.
On the box? It should be.
And he goes, he's swabbing his kids' mouths. He sent him in. The first kid, 99 point, whatever. The 4-year-old or whatever.
Yeah, that's yours.
The second kid, 0% chance that it's his.
Oh, damn! Oh, damn!
So my question is this. Now what do you do? You've been raising that kid for a year like it's yours.
You can wash your hands of that.
Now, wait, dude, that's what I said. But do you? Or like changing diapers or anything? You're like, no, I don't want. Now think about this.
Who's the dad?
I don't know who it is, but I do know, but he knows him. But now here's the thing. So many things, so many lives just got altered. Do you love the kid the same? There's that. Now, if you get a divorce, that kid that you loved for a year is completely gone from your life. Taken away. It ripped away. The baby that you held thinking is yours is ripped away because that is not yours anymore. It belongs to another guy. Now this other guy already has 2 kids and a wife. Now he has to raise this kid that he never even knew he had.
Is he the only one that has this information?
As of right now, I believe so, yes.
Why do you have this information then?
I mean, like, out of the people who are involved. Does the wife
wait a minute.
know,
You're
does
right.
the other guy know?
You're right. That would not make sense. Why would he be spreading that or telling people?
We're asking for advice.
Maybe.
I mean, how do you bring that up? Because otherwise you bring up what you're doing about it. Like, you say what she says.
So
I want to know.
Well, let's just take that out. Who, if they know or they don't know, but what would you do in that? What can you do?
Your name is on the birth certificate. That's your kid until you get a court order to say, I'd like to do a DNA test. Would you lose? Walgreens ones don't count.
Would you lose any kind of love for that kid, or would you keep calling it? You're just such an ugly baby.
I'd like to say that I wouldn't, because, well, as a dad, you're not really bonding with the kid until it's 6 months old anyway. So really, you've only had a kid for 6 months.
Well, I guess that's true. I don't know. It's a sad situation, but man, after that drama, I went, my drama does not even equal.
I would just, after I found that out, if I was so bitter towards the wife, like, is it going to be a peaceful? They're not going to be like a very happy co-parenting, are they?
I could not imagine.
Probably not.
I think.
Go ahead.
They have to. I think it would depend on how you would want his actual kid to feel, because it's kind of weird to now say, like, this one kid has to go over by dad's house, and this person who you thought was your brother is only your half brother, and she's gonna go stay with mom. And
so you think so for the kid's sake, do they all have to they got to figure this all out together? But it won't happen. That's not how America works.
Yeah, they have to figure it out.
But that's just
how much extra money. Who makes more?
Oh, I don't know.
Because the real dad, if he makes more, you best know that I'm gonna go get he has to do something, because it's child support. I mean, if you think about it, I don't want to pay. Like, I'll raise a kid, but you're giving child support.
I don't know how I would.
That sucks.
If my wife left and then went with somebody else, and we were in a small town, I don't know if I could. And you have to. I would have to move out of the town because you would see these two around. Yeah, and that would drive me insane.
Once again, unless you. Because that's what my parents did.
Yeah, but your parents are weird.
They decided we're not going to be together anymore, but we're still both parents.
Right? Yeah,
I never saw my parents fight.
That's what I mean. You got to really. That's a really mature way of doing it.
But I don't think that's. I think it's uncommon, but I don't think it's impossible, because there are people that can have great relationships with their exes.
Here, let me read this. Let me read this to you, because I've been carrying this around like herpes.
Well, I saw a picture while you find that. I saw a picture of, they were at a soccer game, and these 4 parents were wearing jerseys, and it said stepmom, dad, mom, stepdad, and they were all on the same side, and they were all supporting the kid at a soccer game. And I was like, that is good. That is the right thing to do. That, I think, will turn out better for that kid than if their parents stayed together.
I know a guy that was with this girl forever. They broke up. They like almost swapped partners, kind of in a weird thing, not like a swinger thing.
Yeah,
but they all like kind of they weren't married.
Yeah,
but they're on that verge of getting married right around that time, and they all just kind of started dating each other, and now they're all best friends, and they go places together, and that's a bizarre thing. But would you want to go to a place where you know this guy and them have banged uglies?
I wouldn't want to go to a place where I've been inside of 50% of the people.
You wouldn't want to go. You wouldn't want to like have dinner and go, and then they laugh together, and I'm like, you guys have a connection. I don't like that.
But they already did.
I know, that's weird. I'd have to get rid of my
connection.
Yeah, too much.
Analog into the input.
Here, listen to this. It's my ex-wife's birthday. This came from Facebook. This dude's 36, a lawyer, blah, blah, blah. It's my ex-wife's birthday today, so I got up early and brought flowers and cards and a gift over for the kids to give her and help them make her breakfast.
Oh, that's awesome.
Per usual, someone asked me why the hell I still do things for her all the time. This annoys me. So I'm gonna break this down for y'all. I'm raising two. Yeah,
he's getting like pissed. It went from like I'm a good lawyer and husband, and like hold my jewelry, hold my baby.
I'm raising 2 little men. The example I set for how I treat their mom is going to significantly shape how they see and treat women and affect their perception of relationships. I think even more so in my case because we're divorced. So if you aren't modeling good relationship behavior for your kids, get your S together. Rise above it and be an example. This is bigger than you. Raise good men, raise strong women. Please, the world needs them now more than ever. See? And I love that. But he's also a lawyer. He's really good with his words.
Yes. And does she know that he's doing this? Because if it was me, I would never tell Kayla that I'm sneaking in to help the kids make breakfast for her. I would just be like, I would let her think that those kids ran and made eggs and pancakes for her. But that's called breaking and entering and is a felony.
It is weird, though, that you're with somebody for so long, you divorce, and then they become your number one enemy. Now you hate them. A person that you loved and protected, you divorce, and now I hate you. Yeah, and I want bad things. I'm going to talk bad around the kids about you and your new husband, Charlie. Who the hell has a name Charlie?
Yeah, I know. Did we ever do that topic? What's the worst thing that your ex told your children about you?
Oh my God.
I think it's really wordy. But
my nephew could go on and
at me
on
right now.
and on. What's that?
Oh, I have so many stories. My parents hated each other.
They did?
That's such a weird thing.
That
because when you have a kid together, it's this weird, you're both really proud. There's just so much emotions that you feel in everything when you have a kid. And to just forget that and now hate each other is weird in my eyes.
That's what I was saying. Like how you love and protect this person for years, and then this goes down, and they become your number one enemy.
They go to court and have that child support battle, and then they're like...
But the best court thing, anytime kids in court, is when they went, that woman is not my mother or my wife. Look how ugly she is. And they go, because she got plastic surgery because the kids were hideous. They go, look at the kids. Look how hideous they are.
He sued. If you want to know how much China hates women, a man in China sued his wife because she got plastic surgery and he didn't know how ugly she was before it until they had 3 ugly little kids, and the kids were the evidence, and he won. She had to give him money because of how ugly the children are.
I just remember the poor kids up there just sitting, and they're just like so sad because they're like, look at Exhibit A. They weren't even saying their names. Look at Exhibit A. Look how ugly this one is.
Yeah, look at that fat one.
I feel so bad. Man, wasn't that good gossip?
Yes.
It's good gossip, man.
Hey, have you ever thought about this? What do divorced people who didn't have children, do they ever talk to each other again, or is that just an expensive breakup?
Sometimes they split their dogs.
That's what I was just going to say. I think if they got a pet, they will do that thing, which I find weird.
Yeah, one gets a dog.
I get the dog.
Yeah, whoever had a bigger connection with the dog gets a dog.
That's how that works.
Here's the way I look at it. If you're going to get a divorce and all you have is a dog together, whoever puts up the bigger fight, let him have the dog.
You really want that dog.
Yeah. Is that, I want the dog. Okay, sorry. I would have taken him because I love the dog, but you can have it because obviously you do. But I just thought that would be weird.
There's weird. Like if my wife were to leave, man, this is a fun question too. If you got a divorce, what did you realize? Like, oh my God, they did a lot of this, or they did this, and I've never done this before, and it's weird. Like my wife would have to plow the driveway, which would be a weird thing. She's never mowed a lawn in her entire existence. She's never done that. She would have to do that.
Not like Gary.
Gary mows just a backyard. Okay, Gary.
What a prick. God,
you know another thing here, and her half brother Gary. Yesterday, there was a text from him. I'm like, oh, what Gare say?
What Gary want?
What Gare Bear say?
Bet you he's on a BlackBerry like a businessman. What a jerk.
And the doctor's going to call him, and then he said that he would text me about what's going on. And I go, why?
Not Gary. Gary's not Pam's daughter. Angie's Pam's daughter.
Why doesn't Gordon call Angie? Why is he the middleman out of this?
Gary wants to control the narrative. That's what Gary wants.
Never mind, I don't want to.
He wants more of that money. What would
you if my wife were just to all of a sudden bounce? One of my biggest fears is doing my daughter's hair. I got to learn how to do that, man. Like, because I'm really bad at doing anything with it.
Joe told me about that. That's why, that picture that's on his desk facing the wrong way. He's like, I was so proud of myself that morning because I had to do her hair all by myself on picture day.
Does that not drive you nuts? Our boss has a picture of his daughter, but the pictures are faced out. So when you sit down, you look at him, not him.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I go, that's wrong.
If it should be a triangle.
You mean that has
like a triangle of pictures. If he really wants people to see his kids, he also needs to have kids on the back.
Yeah, because I don't care about your kid like you care about your kid.
I'm going to bring photos of my kid.
Yeah.
And put them on when I sit down on his desk.
It's a good idea.
In his office. I'm going to put my kid facing him.
Why not? Yeah. If another thing, if my wife were just to leave, my kids would live off cereal. Which is cereal, like there would be no vegetables.
Hey.
Yeah,
I'm so bad at that.
My kid had chicken nuggets yesterday, or she had chicken nuggets yesterday. But also one day, Kayla came home from work, and V was eating dinner, which was chicken nuggets. And she's like, is she just eating chicken nuggets? And I was like, yeah, she wanted chicken nuggets. She's like, where's her vegetable? And I was like, she didn't get one today.
You don't. There's veggies and nuggets.
What about her fruit? I was like, she had a yogurt earlier. That's
right.
Fruit.
You said
Kayla came home and she opened up a can of peas and she had a fruit cocktail and then a new plate, a better parent plate came sliding into her life.
Did I show you that picture? I showed you that picture. I thought where she came home from work and Angie goes, "What the hell is this?" And I go, "It's what do you mean?" And then she brought a new plate out, like you said, and I took a picture of it because she had because we still got those separations in the plate.
Exactly.
Every one of them was filled, and I go, "But why don't you use one for a fork and a spoon?
Yeah.
Like you don't need all those holes filled with buns. I mean, just you could put more nuggets in that hole."
That's why we make 83%, or we make 13% more than women because we got to put up with that garbage.
No, I get that. No, my like for lunch, when I make the kids lunch, Angie will make it and she'll stuff it. She's like, "Oh, there's no room here," and I'm like, "Well, get rid of these raw ass carrots and put some fun there."
Yeah,
I mean, you can squish a Twinkie down a little bit, but those carrots you can't.
They're spongy. Get rid of the full ass. Why do you need a thing of non-fat ranch? Nobody likes that stuff.
And when you bring it home from the lunch, Piper doesn't cap it, so it's everywhere. Ranch is everywhere. It's not good for Piper, and it's not good for Dad. Anyway, what were you going to say? We were kept rudely interrupting.
Oh, I was just going to mention that picture that Angie sent. That Jake was like, "I just set down this plate, and it was only chicken nuggets and ketchup." And then Angie was like, "No."
Right. You know what I use those separators for? Different sauces. Oh, what do you want? Ketchup? Ooh, this one's for ranch. Oh, there's a bigger pocket. Lots of ranch.
And that's why we're fun dads.
Yes,
that's why they love us more, and we won't be in a nursing home.
Yeah, that's why when my kid cries, she runs up to me, holds my leg, and then I pick her up and say, "What did your mean mother do?"
No, that is not good to do. I got friends that are going to kid shrinks because their kids are kind of they're at rough ages, and I think that's one thing they said you can't do.
I said that too, and I was like, I feel bad because she wants me to coddle her, and I don't know the situation. Like, if I walk in the house and she's already crying because she was being a little a-hole, I have to immediately get into anger like Kayla and open the door, and my kid's crying and be, "Oh, dang it, what did you do?"
That was a big thing with I know. That was a big thing with let me just finish this and we'll get out of here. My wife and I, because I was doing what you were doing with the kids, where I don't
actually do that.
Well,
by the way. I don't pick them up and say, "What did your horrible mother do?"
No, right. No, I wasn't doing that either. But I wasn't the enforcer. So Angie was getting mad at me, going, "I'm the bad guy all the time. You in a lot of things I'll do this," and I catch myself. I know that she shouldn't have candy before dinner or whatever, but I don't want to say no, so I will say, "Well, ask your mom." So that means, so I don't have to say no, and I do this, and I'm trying to catch myself not doing that instead of just going, "No, you can't do that," because I don't want to say. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I catch myself using mom as the enforcer.
Mom doesn't want you to do that. Yes, I will do that too. Mom wants you to brush your teeth.
Yeah, because my kid plays a lot. She jumps around and stuff, and especially when she tries to take a nap. So I'll try to lay her down for a nap, and we'll be sitting there and be like, "No, you have to, like, kid, you got to sleep. Like, you're going to be a butthole later in the day if you don't." And if she doesn't, I'll be like, "Don't make me get mom." Like, because she'll make you go to bed, and you know that.
Oh, yeah, see.
Because she never sleeps for me, so then I catch myself being like, "You can't do that because you're just making her seem like a butt."
No, I do that with, since I've teamed up a little bit more, I think I still do it a little bit, but I've tried to be on Angie's side a little bit more, so it's like, Two adults. So now it's real deal. Now it's like if we say it, we mean it.
Yeah, like
they
I
still
said,
don't respect us.
No, not at all. I find myself getting angry just out of principle, just because I know that Kayla's mad at her, then she must have done something terrible. So I guess I'll just hop on this bandwagon. What did you do?
Urban Air Adventure Park opening in the coming weeks. Follow and like them on Facebook for updates, hiring opportunities, and details about the adventure coming to Appleton. Let me read this text. LMAO, Tanner, you said, what did you do? And my dog ran into her crate because she thought she did something wrong.
My kid is having something done today, and I'm not okay with it, and it makes me feel...
Tattoo?
Yeah. I feel bad.
All right, we'll talk about it next. Good morning. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. How's everybody feeling today?
Good.
Where's your daughter getting her tattoo at?
I don't know. It's just a dude. It's one of those punch tattoos where it's just a bunch of needles that we put pen ink on and then we stab.
I get it.
No, she's getting her first haircut today.
Oh, that's fun.
I'm not.
Are you gonna keep the little ponytail? Like sometimes you do that if they cut it and keep that little thing of hair or whatever.
She doesn't have that much.
You got to do it.
It's
make
not
him
even
look
like
older.
past her shoulders.
No. I'm saying you got to get a haircut.
I know.
I mean, eventually.
But it makes me sad because...
Wait until they go to the first day of school. That one's really sad. Haircut, I don't really remember. I definitely don't remember on Dewey. Because, again, second kid.
And for a guy's hair just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
For some reason with
they look older. Dewey looked much older when he got a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that'll do that for the girl or not. I can't remember going, wow, you look older, Piper.
I think I'm going to get her a reverse bob.
Yeah, definitely the Karen.
Yeah.
The Karen of little kids. So she can like go right in when she gets into her first day of kindergarten and start yelling at the teacher like she's a manager.
I have no photos of my child on here, by the way.
I thought you did.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there she is. Man, she looks 1,000 times taller there.
I think it's the jeans.
Where is that? Where's that picture taken?
The Dells, yo.
Oh, yeah.
That's Tommy Bartlett.
Oh, boy. I don't know what that means.
That's a ski show.
Oh, Lord. I don't get it.
It hasn't changed.
I don't know if I would...
20 years I've been going to that.
Not sure if
changed.
I went to a ski show the other day. Well, the other day, I mean July 4th.
I was going to say.
And boy, was I not having a good time. Because I don't find it interesting. For me, just for me, I didn't want to be there.
It was really fun for V the first 25 minutes.
Seconds.
She was really having it. Because she can sit down and watch stuff for a while. I'm very impressed with, and then after that it's over, and she just doesn't want to be there anymore. And the ski part of it was still going on, and then at the end the dude's like, "Okay, that was the end of part one," and we all laughed because it was over an hour long, and we all laughed. And he was like, "We'll be back with part two," and then they started wheeling stuff out, and I was like, "Oh my god, that man's dead serious." There is a part two.
Mine was in Random Lake. It was just on a lake, and they brought all these professional people that do this, and it was too long to set up. You know what I mean? They weren't set up for that kind of thing because they're on a lake. So when the one team went out, then you had to wait 10 minutes for another team. And I'm like, this is dumb. Let's go to the gas station and buy Snap Its, and we'll just throw them on the ground.
Yeah, we have the lake up. We have too many ski teams, by the way, in my area. We have two.
That's a weird thing to get into. How do you even get into that?
I don't know.
Like, how do you go, I'm going to be on a ski team?
I have no idea. But also, you see kids that are 3 to 5 year olds out there doing ski teaming.
That's got to be an expensive. You got to be in. That's like having horses, right?
Yeah, it has to be. But do you think Dewey would be? Do you think he would at all be good at that?
I know.
I don't think my kid would listen long enough to be on a ski team, to be pulled behind a motorboat.
Yeah, probably not. I think he would like the glittery leotards, though, to wear.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. The other day he came down with a couple of... Man, I'm thinking the other day was just 2 days ago, but it was a year ago. He came down with Piper's pajamas on, and that was his thing. And then for a whole week, he was just wearing Piper's pajamas.
I remember when he was first born, and he was in girl clothes. For his newborn clothes.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's wearing pink. And you're just like, do you know how much baby clothes are? I'm not buying this kid
I'm not
new
kidding.
baby clothes when we have baby clothes.
It's so true.
Who's he trying to impress?
Hey, when you list your home with Kelly Davies, a portion of the commission go directly to help Harbor House in Appleton, and they think teachers are heroes. And so if you're a teacher and you list or buy with Kelly Davies Homes, you're going to receive a rebate at closing. Yes, a part of commission goes right back to you if you are a teacher. A few teachers have already taken advantage with us and saved a ton of money. So again, let Kelly Davies Homes team with Landro Realty find your dream home or starter home, and they're going to help you get started on the American dream. And you will not be just a number. You can find Kelly Davies Homes on Facebook or online at kellydavieshomes.com. So, no, not Facebook. Take from Jake and Tanner. How much we playing for today when we play at 8:10? Did Tanner lose or win yesterday? Let's find out right now. Hi, who is this?
Danielle.
Hi, Danielle. Danielle, you're going to
Hi,
play.
how are you?
Oh, very
Really?
thank you.
Before 30 was doing it.
No, he's all done. He already qualified for something. All right, Danielle, I'm going to explain this really quick so people that are joining us for the first time and never heard this, they understand. 5 questions. Tanner's out of the room. Okay?
All right.
He can't hear none of the questions nor the answers. He'll come back in the room and get the same questions. If he wins, what is it up to, Sid?
$200.
$200. It'll be $220 tomorrow if he wins. Big thanks to Prospera Credit Union with Life Stage Personal Guidance. But if you win, you're going to get $200 today. Now remember, if you get stuck, you can pass. Time willing, we'll get back to that question. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Here we go. What is one? What is one? The two. Okay. What color is a legendary Hope Diamond?
Purple.
What is the deadliest jellyfish in the world?
Pass.
What theme park did Dolly Parton open in Tennessee?
Dollyland.
Who won the Oscar for his role in the film The Fugitive?
Oh, God, I'm not good at movies. Pass.
What constellation is the North Star located in?
The Big Dipper.
What is the deadliest jellyfish in the world?
Blue jellyfish. No idea.
Who won the Oscar for his role in The Fugitive?
Oh, God, movies, I have no idea. Who's even in The Fugitive?
I got to take your I don't know. And we're going to put you on hold really quick. Danielle.
Daniel.
You seem sad now. Are you sad?
Me? Or
I'm
Tanner?
always sad, but I'm tired.
I'm crying in the inside.
All
right.
But I took my small nap that I always do.
You brought your nap tent and put it up really quick, like kids have poop tents. Mine had a poop tent, and you just set it up real quick, and she'd go poop in it.
I don't know what the hell you were talking about. What the hell?
Am I the only family that had a poop tent?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, what color is the legendary Hope Diamond?
Blue.
What is the deadliest jellyfish in the world?
I don't know. I'll never know that answer.
What theme park did Dolly Parton open in Tennessee?
Dollywood.
Who won the Oscar for his role in the film The Fugitive?
Pass.
What constellation is the North Star located in?
The Big Dipper.
Who won an Oscar for his role in the film The Fugitive?
Harrison Ford.
Hi, Danielle. Let's go through this.
All right.
What color is the legendary Hope Diamond? Danielle said purple. Tanner said blue. Blue! That's the correct answer.
Ain't you never seen Titanic?
That's
Twice.
not the Hope Diamond.
I think she called it the Hope, didn't she? Hey, what is the deadliest jellyfish in the world? She said the blue jellyfish. Tanner said, I don't know. It's the box jellyfish.
I didn't know there were different kinds.
I didn't either.
I had no idea.
1-0. Hey, what is what theme park did Dolly Parton open in Tennessee? Danielle said Dollyland.
Oh, so close!
Tanner said Dollywood. Dollywood is correct. 2-0.
Oh, man.
Who won an Oscar for his role in The Fugitive? Danielle said, I don't know. Tanner said Harrison Ford. It was Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, drummer for Motley Crue.
What constellation is the North Star located in? Danielle said the Big Dipper. Tanner said the Big Dipper. Looks like it's the Ursa Minor.
Oh, that's a Little Dipper.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, both wrong. You won, though. 2-0. Sorry, Danielle. Not today.
That's okay.
Thank you. $220. So there you go. $220. Today at 8:10, you get a chance to play against Tanner. Sydney, it could be up to $240 for you tomorrow.
Well, I'm not going to be here tomorrow.
You can do it over the phone.
Wait, are you not going to be here tomorrow? Oh,
Well,
yeah, that's true.
She's got to ride around. We're selling calendars, by the way. If you go to our Facebook, we'll let you know here in a second, but if you don't got time for the next few minutes to hang around, just know that they're on our Facebook. 3 different locations out tomorrow, selling out of a trunk of a car like bootleg DVDs, our nearly nude calendar. More Jake and Tanner show next. got a couple things I want to read before we get into something that I'm very, very excited about.
What is that?
Hey, it's the Jake and Tanner Show. Jake, Tanner, Sydney. Hi, I'm one of the hosts of the show. My name is Jake, and I'm looking for snowshoes. I'm buying the family snowshoes because we're going to start hiking with those things on. Very excited about it. I found a pair. Tubs. Looks like 2 pair, but I don't know do snowshoes like come in different? Are there's women and there's men? Are there different sizes? Because this guy says I got a pair of never used Tubbs Wilderness 25s.
I think it goes by like your weight and your height.
Wait a minute, is this just one?
And
These look totally different. Are these different snowshoes? I'm confused.
If it says
by the way, snowshoes
pair.
one word, and that's why we weren't finding them earlier.
No, I made it one word.
Oh, you did? Okay, well that's why I was.
But I'm still getting boots.
Tanner, tell me a little bit about you.
Oh, hi. I'm the other. My name is Tanner. I'm the other host of the show. I've been playing the new Call of Duty game.
Do you like?
I love it. The lobbies, the in-game lobbies, have brought me back to 2009 Modern Warfare 2, when 12-year-olds would tell you to S their D's and that they were going to come over and bang your mom.
Oh,
it's
I like
just
that.
toxic as hell.
Yeah.
Everybody
it's
says
still
the
doing
N-word.
it.
Oh, it's all back.
See, now
it's
this is
back.
why my kid wanted headphones and a mic, and I said, I don't think that's good to do, even if it's Roblox or Fortnite or whatever. I don't think it's good.
Nope, absolutely not. I don't believe that a kid should get I said this 10 years ago, should not be able to talk on Xbox Live
until
they're 16. 16, they're just there's more shame there.
Right.
12-year-olds don't have shame. They're also dropping N-words.
Right.
Little white kids just dropping N-words like crazy. It is a toxic area, and it's kind of refreshing in such a PC world.
Well,
now.
you know why it's well, it is a little bit, but also it's rushing all this nostalgia back to you when you were a kid. A simpler time when you could just throw all kinds of racist words out there.
So much. Just 18 years old, playing Call of Duty for 9 hours at a time, and just being attacked by children on there and just yelling at you. Adults that are high. You can just hear how high they are. You can almost smell it through the Xbox. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
It's weird. I was just looking this up because I think you possibly, now you're coming back to the Call of Duty, but I wonder why it is that I always thought it was just a generation until I met you, a generational thing where you grow out of video games. Where, like, when I was younger, in my younger 20s, I was excited. Now I can't get into them. It's really hard for me to get into them. The storylines and the video games, I don't really have. Well, I do have time now. I could, but I don't find them as fun as I once did.
Yeah.
And they make games. They're awesome now. Like, they're really great. The graphics and the storyline, they're not just like jumping over Koopa to save the princess.
Yeah, like the Last of Us games for PlayStation. Those have been said to be some of the best story of anything. Movies, books.
Because you were you were doing that. Well, maybe it's because your kid was so young at that time. So maybe it is a generational thing.
I got out of it for a minute, where I could play once a month, or my Xbox would just be collected with dust.
Sure.
But now I'm trying to make time for it because it's something that brought me a lot of joy in my my teenage developing years.
You got to put time into it.
Yeah, kind of.
Seriously.
And it's really, with Xbox, you're allowed to have friends still and still hang out with them without being in the same place.
Same room.
Yeah, without being in the same
split
room.
Screens or whatever.
And you weren't really playing video games when you were in your late teens, early 20s, were you? Like, not a lot?
There was no... Okay, let me tell you the 2 games that revolutionized my 17, 18-year-old self.
So we're talking 98,
97,
99,
98.
Somewhere in there.
I think it's right around there.
James Bond
GoldenEye came out, and me and my friends went bonkers over this thing.
You could play and I did. We all did. You could play that game for 30 hours at a time.
We just played, but you had to be in the same room to play against each other, and it was so fun. And then Zelda came out for the
Majora's Mask.
Nope, the one just before that. It was
Majora's Mask was on 64. That was the one.
I thought there was 2 of them.
There was. Was it Orica Time or something?
Zelda, Orica, yes. Where you use the stupid flow. Yes. That one was my very first kind of like, oh, this is kind of a open world storyline to it.
Yeah,
and
that's fun.
And I got into that. Those were my two games that were my your Call of Duties or whatever.
But yeah, in 2007, when Xbox Live, when online play became massive, you were 27 years old.
Yeah, I was done.
That was not a time for you. You're not developing a hobby anymore.
I remember in
passion because I had a passion.
2003, 2004. I was talking to a guy that worked at GameStop or wherever it was. He says, "Dude, I can hook you up," because he was like it was in college.
Yeah.
Well, I say my college, but actually Angie's college, and I was just a bum living in her room.
You went to college.
Yeah, thank you.
You just didn't attend classes.
Right. And he goes, "Dude, I can hook you up. You put this thing on the back of your PlayStation
2, yeah. The weird thing that you had to plug a phone line into.
Yeah, you plug a phone line, and he's like, "Dude, and you can play Uno." And I'm like, I don't know.
Against people in China.
So that was a thing.
But no, it's a hobby.
Hi, Sid.
Hi, my name is Sydney, and I have a very strong dislike for advent calendars.
What is Advent?
Isn't that those things where you pull the candy out every day?
Yeah.
Oh, I put those up. My kids go nuts on that thing. They love tracking it down to Christmas.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just like all these like grown-ups are getting wine and beer advent calendars, and I'm just like...
That's a thing? How big is a calendar for a beer?
Oh no, they had like wine bottles in it for Aldi, and people were waiting in line for them.
What are you talking about? That was the thing?
Yeah.
Okay, look up beer and wine advent calendars, because are we not talking about the same thing?
Because my thing is the one where you move the mouse in the little pockets.
See, I know the one from...
And then you put a little piece of candy in there.
Yeah, I know the one from Bad Santa. Where
I love that movie, but I don't remember that.
The fat kid, he had the advent calendar where you had to peel back the little cardboard on the day, and then there was a chocolate.
Okay, I get that. Ours is just a pocket with a mouse that
so
you put your own
use it
candy.
every year. Yeah,
you put your own candy in.
Yeah, and well, problem people can put in like
wine.
I was going to say like vegetables or something healthy. Like, here's a cough drop.
Here's dental floss.
Yeah,
thanks, Mom.
Great.
Yeah, that box of wine that everybody was like waiting in line for at Aldi, that was the advent.
Wine advent calendar. Shut the hell up.
Wait,
what does it do? Open it up.
Push play on this. I want to hear this. I'm confused on it. Completely
and
confused.
People are making their own now and stuff because
I don't understand how this works. You got to use a straw?
How large is it? Is it only,
you open the little like cardboard slot, and then your little wine is in that, or your chocolate.
So wait a minute, it's just like a little bottle of wine?
Yeah, is it like communion, like the little?
I could not tell you. I did not look into it.
Pause this really quick because I got to tell Tanner something. You know how we're on the Aldi Facebook nerd page?
Yeah, that cult that you guys have for some reason both of you are involved with now.
Sydney, we were looking at it yesterday. People were getting in line at 5:30.
Yeah.
She was at the parking lot. She's like, only an hour and a half longer to go for this stupid calendar.
Yeah, you read that post. It was like, I'm here. Even the
parking lot
lights aren't on yet, but I only got 2.5 hours. and there at no point, even when I was unemployed, I don't think I had enough time to do that.
No. Well, and she's got to be freezing. Sydney brought up a good point. Like, she had to bring 1 billion blankets because you're out in the cold. I don't understand. What does this thing do?
Yeah, so let's see what Fox Business has to say.
Is filled with wine. Another is filled with imported cheese. The adult-only wine calendar is going to cost $70. It holds 24 mini bottles of wine, which will carry you to Christmas Eve.
It's a lot for mini bottles.
Middle of Christmas Eve day, depending on.
Not really.
Well, yeah, but the Winking Owl wine at Aldi is like $2 a bottle, right? How much is the Winking Owl?
I will tell you that Winking Owl. It's some of the best wine ever, but I'm telling you, do you get hungover if you drink 6 bottles?
It's just Boone's Farm that they put a new funny little owl on.
Somebody said, I'm going to make one of these and send it to you. You got to make 2 of them.
No, somebody did. They did make the beer one at Aldi, but now because they're being sold out, people in the Aldi group chat...
Are they selling them?
They're like, wow, couldn't get an advent calendar and making my own.
That's neat.
See, I would like a beer one, but dude, getting craft beers, I can't afford that.
Let me read a couple of these things coming in. Jake, I just saw the toenail picture. It's not awful. Your wife has beautiful hands. This got weird.
Oh, okay. There, you pervert.
And you can always trim your toenails, so be thankful you don't have ugly feet. The nails can be fixed, but most people who comment probably have ugly feet. This was trying to build me up.
Yes, but I don't think what they know is that toe that they're seeing is not your big toe.
By the way,
the angle on that picture makes that thing look like it is your big toe. And when I realized it wasn't, I was like, my God,
this person,
he's got punching bags.
By the way, you can text pic to 71090 and get a picture of Jake's foot sent to your phone.
You can? Pic or picture?
Toe or pic.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God,
Lord.
yes.
Oh, man. I decided to make my own Advent wine calendar. 85. Wait, can you move that? Is that $85?
Yeah.
And 24 full bottles of wine. I'll keep you posted on how I make it look cute.
Yeah,
my what? Circuit machine?
Cricut.
No, Cricut. What's a Cricut?
It's that thing that people make like stickers with and decals, and they can make shirts and stuff.
I don't think has your wife not heard of it yet? Oh, because once your wife hears about it, she's going to want one.
What is it?
It's a printer to make like those things, like little vinyl stickers, and you can put them on shirts, and it's all your crafty stuff. But it's like it's just a little craft. Like that's Kayla's not listening, but that's what I'm getting her for Christmas because that's all she
gonna
wants.
love it?
Yeah.
Nice. Costco has that Advent calendar, beer calendar, apparently, or wine calendar.
I'm not allowed to go in there anymore.
Let me read. I read this bright and early this morning. I'm like, this is really this is really nice in a weird kind of complimentary way towards you, Tanner. I don't know if you read it this morning or not.
Oh.
It's from Kay Marie, and I'm like, I got to remember this because I want to share this with Tanner. I just want to tell Tanner, I heard him body shaming himself this morning. I want you to understand you are beautiful, gorgeous man. Don't hate the skin you're in. You rock that dad bod. You are so beautiful.
I don't. Well, the skin that I'm in, I don't think it was made for me because there's not enough of it. Why didn't I get enough? Like, why didn't you just give me enough skin so when I blow up, I didn't get...
What do you call those dogs, those Shar-Peis? It's better than having one of the, like having that as your skin.
I don't think toe works as a keyword, by the way. So if you want Jake's feet, you're going to have to text pick.
Yeah.
I have something I want to read in its entirety next. I think I started reading it yesterday. I'm like, oh, this is kind of funny, and I don't want to read anymore. I want to read it together on air. Because it's been 20 years since this happened. Nobody's talking about it. And this guy wanted to bring, why is nobody talking about this? We'll put the picture up on the TV so you can, when I read this, you can see exactly and remember in detail what happened 20 years ago. I want to do that next. You are listening to the Jake and Tanner Show. I am sorry. Stand by. Good morning. More of it next. making this winter my B. I'm not. I know it's really. We got snow early, and I know it's very early in the winter stages, but I'm going to really try hard not to complain. We're actually going to try doing things this year more than what we just stay in the house. That's why we want to get into snowshoeing. That's why I want my wife to buy me a fat tire bike.
Yeah.
But she won't because they're too expensive. And I'm not worth it, in her words.
You can't get just fat tires for your bike.
No, you can't. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. Jake, Tanner, Sydney. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Can you get skinny tires on a fat tire bike?
Probably, but it would be all whacked out.
So you want 2 bikes?
You got to get it. I would have 2 bikes. I want my summer bike around the 2.6, 2.8 tires, so they're plus size tires. And then I want to get my mountain bike, probably 4, maybe 3.
Wait, your winter bike.
I'm sorry, my winter fat tire bike would be more. And those don't. And here's the thing: they don't have shocks. They don't have the front shocks or the back shocks.
How much are we talking
Because you don't want to do that. You want them all hard.
Yeah. Yeah, you always want it hard.
Always hard because when it's soft,
stiff.
it's not.
Just doesn't work as good. How much are we talking?
I don't know. I could probably find a good used one for $800 to $1,200.
How often do you? Because you're not going to go trail riding. This is just bikes around the neighborhood.
Oh no,
you're going trail riding.
They would actually they pack down all the trails.
Oh,
and
they
it's
do?
A ton of, and they got
really cool.
They go. You got this one place. Guy was telling me it's like a little. They got a cabin with fire. You go and warm up, and you have some drinks or whatever you bring. And I don't know. I want to do that with my kids, and I think it would be a lot of fun. But I'm telling you. Bikes are so expensive.
Yeah.
It is a really, really expensive, fun hobby. But I don't understand where they get because people will pay for it, I guess.
Yeah, things are worth what people will pay.
It's kind of like what you were saying. You said that the iPhone.
The iPhone, the phone I had last, the iPhone XS Max, cost $440 to make. And they sold it for $1,250. It's people will pay it. You need to mark it up. You got to make your money. I said the same thing where I said I want to do more things in the winter than just go home and watch Netflix.
Hey, let's make a list really quick. This will be actually fun. It's 71090 text line. Your Pest Control text line 71090. What are fun activities? Get rid of snowboarding and skiing, though. Like the main ones. You know what I mean? Like I get that.
Because we know about those. It's not like it's.
Why don't we write this down? Tubing down the hill would be fun.
Sledding, tubing, any of that.
Okay. How about this? Or you can call us 866-916-0959.
Yeah.
Okay. What about bonfire? I think having fires outside.
Winter bonfires are great. See, there's 2 things that I'm looking forward to.
Now we're talking about with family. You're not just talking about.
Never mind. I'm not talking. And then there's one thing that I am looking forward to.
Okay.
Urban Air. Urban Air is going to be great in the winter.
Okay,
honestly, because it's a trampoline park, they got so much to do.
I'm going to put that on there.
That is going to be amazing to do this winter.
Urban Air. Yeah, by the way, we're going to be there live November 23rd.
It's a Saturday.
When they're actually, I don't know if we're supposed to say that. But anyway, just know that this place is coming, and it's an adventure park, and it's going to be awesome for winter around here.
It's not just a trampoline park. It's going to be amazing.
Snowshoeing. I'm going to get into snowshoeing this year, I believe.
See, the thing is that my kid's so little.
Yeah.
I don't get to do these things. So when I can't go snowshoeing yet. It'll be me walking in the snow while I carry a child who's cold.
Oh, that
because she's
sucks.
3, so I can go make snowmen and go play out in the snow. Like, I can do that stuff with her. Put her in snow pants and all that garbage.
Would you ever think about, because my area does not work, I would always have to drive to your area or even further. Would you get your family snowmobiles?
Oh, God, yeah.
You should do that. Yeah. Why don't you do that?
Because once again, my kid's still just a little too small.
So when they get older, though, would you think about doing that? Because you're in the because just how much
I'm right on the trail. I can get to the trail from my house, and I can go anywhere.
For me, it would just be pointless.
Yeah,
I think
I had a snowmobile growing up, and it was so much fun. I love it still to this day. Like this last winter, I went snowmobiling just very little amounts of snowmobiling.
Was your dad into it?
Nope.
Okay, so you never grew up with it.
Well, kind of. Like my grandpa is huge into snowmobiling, and he ran the snowmobile club up in Coleman. He's the one who taught the safety classes and stuff like that. And he he gave my mom a snowmobile. It was like a 2-seater, so then that's what I used. And
did your mom like it?
Yeah, she grew up with snowmobiles too.
Your sister get into snowmobile?
As much as a teenage girl will get into it.
Yeah.
Eventually, it just turns into boys and parties, just like almost anything. But no, my grandma, she won. She has snowmobiling trophies. Like she used to race snowmobiles. So like my mom's, my mom's side of the
kick-ass grandma,
dude, for real. Like she'll sit and talk to you about it all day long. The one that you like to drink, the one that likes to drink, and you want to drink with.
Woo! Take it off, Jake.
Yeah,
that grandma. I like that.
At my wedding, that was weird.
That's cool. But my grandpa invented gravity. But go on.
Yeah, that's still funny. What a great story. But. Yeah, so my mom's side of the family, huge into snowmobiling. My dad's, I don't know if they were into anything. I think they were just into being alive.
They just like I
can tell you the things my
mom... You
want
to breathe today? Yeah. Let's go into that. We'll go to that right here in the living room. We get a good couple hours of breathing.
Like, I know so little about that side of the family. Sure. A lot of the time I figure out new things. Like, I just learned recently that my dad used to cut down trees and used to drive log trucks.
What? That is so manly.
Yeah. I had no idea.
That's fun.
But also, I don't take an interest.
You got to start taking an interest because I'm at that stage and I don't want to get this wah, wah, wah. But I don't know anything. And guess what? If I have like an idea, I go, I can't ask anyone because my whole family's dead.
Yeah, that sucks.
My dad could have done that. Sure. I just make up everything now.
Yeah.
No, he was a bodyguard for the president.
Yeah.
Ask him. Oh, you can't? Neither can I because he's dead.
Yeah.
That's funny to you? Yeah. But he's dead.
No, that's why I wanted to get it's awkward, but I want to get like more pictures of my dad because I think I have one. And when he dies, we don't have any picture. He was always behind the camera. And I remember just recently, my grandma, his mom, sent him a picture of him with his dad and the whole family on Christmas. And he sat and looked at it for like an hour and a half because he's like, this is the first time I've seen my dad's face in 20 years.
Yeah, that's weird. Same with my family because the pictures weren't a big thing as they are now.
Yeah, it's not as easy. Like you should only have pictures of family.
I told my wife yesterday because everything's going to the cloud, mine and hers. And I'm like, Angie, you got to go once a week and get rid of the 17 shots of that Dewey that's all blurry because we're going to have 15 million pictures when we're dead and our kids are not going to, they're not going to go through all this. And we got to be careful because when you're ripping through there, it'll be like, oh, there's a nude. You got to get rid of those things, man, or our kids are going to be blinded.
Oh, that would be so funny.
Winter bonfires are the best. Also, cross-country skiing, super fun. Heads up, Jake. Most of the trails in the Kettle Moraine are for skiing only. They're totally snowshoe racist. That sucks.
That sucks so much.
You can rent Fat Tire bikes at the Brown County Restaurant. I know that. There's a place over by me too. You can rent them, but I want my own.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to use it more than, because if you're going to go rent a bike, that's like, oh, I'm going to do this once.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. You're kind of in that weird stage right now where your kid is.
I can play with my kid outside.
Can do things, but can't do physical.
Yeah, I can't do a lot of things with her.
Well, that'll change in a couple of years.
Yeah, like even next year it'll be completely different. But no, there's a new Top Golf.
What is that?
It's an indoor golfing place, and a lot of people have sent me messages about it, and I'm very excited.
I really, really was looking into this, but apparently keeping all the dogs fed is a big thing. But dog sledding, I thought that'd be so fun. You get like 12 dogs, but
everybody would hate you in your neighborhood.
You know how much food? And it's like you got to actually give them meat. You don't give them dog food. You like throw out a lamb.
Do you know how expensive it is to feed one dog a raw food diet?
And do you know that when they fight each other, you kind of let it happen because
they have to find a leader.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other dog will come up like 2 months later and be like, I'll take you on.
Yeah.
And then if that one and then the one backs down, that's the leader.
Yep. That's who goes in the, and you got to pay attention to that stuff. You got to keep up with their drama and their cliques.
Oh yeah, and then when they die, you just go shoot. You just pull them down old Yeller style.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what?
You do? Well, this is how they do it in the Alaskan bush. That's how I would have done it too.
The damn bush people! I'm done hearing about those GD Alaskan bush people.
I love them so much.
Ah, God, do I hate them?
Hey, you should really see Tanner. You should sick a salesperson on those guys because you should advertise that new Top Golf.
Top Golf! Topgolf?
Yeah,
Yes.
because you're really into golf, and we're obviously talking about it right now. And we're
Wait.
the only show to go with.
The new Topgolf is just virtual, so that sucks. What does that mean?
Oh, do you only hit a ball at a screen?
Well, yeah, that's what it always is.
Oh, you don't really play golf inside? They didn't just
they didn't
like
build a
biodome?
massive. You know how many acres a golf course is?
Well, then what the hell? What's the point?
Indoor golf is because then you get to swing your clubs in the winter.
I'm just saying, do it right. Put some hills there.
They have
Make maybe a little 9-hole golf course. Buy some land. Jeez, Topgolf, a little cheaping out.
Dude, how much land? And how much steel it would be? No, there is a driving range over in Macwan, I believe. They have that little, that hilly golf course right on the 43 going towards
Grafton,
like where our old work was.
Firefly.
No, towards Milwaukee, like
way
past
down
Grafton.
there.
Yeah, and there's it's on the
not
west
a golfer,
side.
so I guess I just thought they were hills.
Yeah, well, it's a little par 3 golf course. No
really?
carts or anything like that. I took Kayla when she was 8 months pregnant. What a mistake.
Is that cheap? Is that much cheaper?
It was pretty cheap. It was like $6 a person. But they have an indoor, or they have a heated driving range, like cubes. Like you sit in a little cube that's big enough for you to swing a full club, but it's got heaters and stuff, so you can go hit balls in the winter outside.
Oh, that's cool.
It was really cool. I never got to use it. I always went there in the summer and just practiced, because once winter hits, you're just like, yeah, I'll be as good a golfer as I was last year and the beginning of next.
I'm telling you, we got to own this winter with our families, because it's so easy just to go inside and that's your thing. And it's such a long winter this winter.
And if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna just go inside, you got to do something other than just put them in front of a screen. Like, I want to play games or build forts and stuff.
Never get you. You want me to tell you one game never to give your kid?
Mousetrap.
Yes.
Yeah, because it takes 1,000 years to put it together.
And they'll accidentally tap it and the whole thing goes.
My parents got me a Mousetrap, and they never put it together for me. I've never played that game. I owned it. No idea how to put it together. They got it for me at far
Those
too long
metal
of an age.
balls always got lost.
I love this. What. Ice fishing. Really, you just drink all day in snow pants.
That is true. You take a jacket off. You take your jacket off because it's too hot, but it's too hard to take off snow pants.
Jake, you can come to the Fish-O-Rama with me. It's up north at my cabin, and then people they sit on an auger with their belly, and then they put it into the ice, and then they spin around drunk on the auger.
Oh my dear
and
God,
then they
that sounds like a
attach
blast.
a couch to the back of a snowmobile, and people just zoom around on the ice.
I like how it went from this, you got to do stuff with your family and stuff like that.
Just
and then
spin around
Sydney's
on
just
an
like,
auger.
let's get drunk on a big drill bit.
No, your family's there.
I like this. Hey, good morning. That'll make my kids proud of me. Look how fast Dad can go around in circles on an auger drunk. Let's see if he can throw up. Good morning, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Hey, I would like to hear a hi for me in your show today. Hi, Wilfredo.
His name is Wilfredo?
Or it's a Wilford.
Wilfredo.
Okay. Wilfredo.
Let's see here.
Wilfredo. Hey, do you know we have a
Wilfredo?
Italy listener? Is it Italy?
Italian?
They're in the other country.
An Italian?
Because they said, hey, can I get one of the calendars for free? I'm your Italy listener.
No, screw you. What's your name?
I don't know their name. Guess what their profile picture is? It's them in a pub drinking.
Wilfredo. You're right.
Is it Wilfredo?
Yeah.
Wilfredo Paz?
Paz.
I don't want to say hi to you because I don't like your name, Wilfredo.
Yeah. Just tell us how to name it. How to pronounce it.
I'm actually quite offended right now.
D-bag.
Please tell me this is our fun listener. What was his name yesterday? Yanni?
Lonnie.
Hi.
His name is Lonnie.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Who is this?
Here with your morning traffic report.
It's Lonnie! Hey! Are you off the wagon yet?
Am I what?
Are you off the wagon yet? Have you started drinking?
Oh, no, sir.
Nah, we'll catch you every day.
I like Lonnie. You're our traffic jam. I almost said it. You're our traffic jam, Lonnie. Go ahead, Lonnie.
What a better title than producer.
Smooth sailing.
Also, I love this. Lonnie just wanted to say it's smooth.
Yeah. Okay, Lonnie.
Wait.
7:35 every single day. I want you to call in with traffic. It doesn't matter what road.
Can we get traffic jam, Lonnie? Yeah, it doesn't matter what road. What road are you on right now?
Yeah.
41, heading to Ballard.
All right, traffic jam, Lonnie. We need our own bed, so when he calls in, we got the traffic jam music bed. We got to find one of those, Sid. God, I didn't know Lonnie was going to be this big part of this big part of the show. Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
I'd like to give a shout out. Can I give a shout out to my wife and my son who are listening right now?
Well, you're part of the show now.
Yeah, this is your time.
I tell them guys I love them and I hope they have a great day.
Oh, Lonnie.
What is it? Passing lane,
perfect.
Lonnie. Because it can't be traffic jam, Lonnie. It just doesn't fit.
Fani, Monty,
Monty,
Hiwani,
Monty,
Connie, Sonny.
Can we change your name?
I love Lonnie. Thanks.
No, sorry.
We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, talk to you tomorrow, Lonnie.
Gotcha. Thanks, guys.
Hey, Sid, people want to know if you'll take pictures with them tomorrow. Please, not with the Kleenex hanging out of your nose like it is now, but if you could take pictures with them when you're selling calendars.
I can do that.
Okay. No, she has strep throat, and you will get it when she touches you.
Don't let her take it, otherwise it'll look like Michael J. Fox took it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. She's the worst at picture taking.
And then blames it on the phone.
Yeah. Hey, Urban Air Adventure Park, what we were talking about just a second ago, they're opening in the coming weeks. Follow and like them on Facebook for updates, hiring opportunities, and details about the adventure coming to Appleton. So on the way, I'm going to have you pull up a picture, Sid, and this guy wrote an article about something that happened 20 years ago, and I love it. We'll talk about it next. Jake and Tanner Show. Air Adventure Park opening in the coming weeks. Follow and like them on Facebook for updates, hiring opportunities, and details about the adventure coming to Appleton. Also, you just heard the K-Tripso. You don't know what that means. You just heard that little sounder. We're looking for caller 9 right now because you get to get qualified for our Jake and Tanner Tropical Takeover. Big thanks to In Any Event Travel, Fun Jet Vacation, Stone Toad Bar and Grill. Hi, who's this?
Hey, it's Drew.
Jill?
Drew,
you're caller 9.
Hey, awesome.
I was going to make fun. I was going to continue going with Jill, but you just don't sound like a guy that really wants to be messed around today.
No, you sound like a guy who will has murdered, and will murder again.
Mm-hmm. And you take miniature golf like super seriously.
Yeah.
All right,
I love miniature golf.
Drew, November 22nd at the Stone Toad Bar and Grill. Can you attend to that? Because you got to be there 7 to 9 to possibly win this. All right, cool. Hey, listen, now we got to either put you on hold for like 10 minutes. You could call back, or you can give us all your information via MySpace. What would you like to do?
MySpace is good.
All right, send it over to the Jake and Tanner show there.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. We appreciate it. Any questions, you just ask.
Yep.
Take care. Hi, it's the Jake and Tanner show. Jake, Tanner, Sydney. Let me read this to you, and then I want to read another thing. I got so many things to read. There is a picture of a guy and a girl. See this, Tanner?
Yes.
Horses are behind him. It looks like a little date.
Yeah.
Okay, let me read this is from her Facebook. And it says, from Top Golf, you were just talking about that.
Yeah!
From Top Golf to dinner, flowers, ice cream, and horseback riding.
Okay, how about you settle down?
You outdid yourself on this friend date, Daniel.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Give it here. How ugly is he? Oh, no. Poor Daniel.
That's the only picture I have of Daniel.
Daniel looks fine.
Let me see.
Except for those pants. What the hell's going on with those those low ankles? What's happening with your feet, Daniel? What the hell? Have you looked at Daniel's legs?
It's probably what
He's
it is.
He's a Make-A-Wish kid. Look at him. Look at his legs. What's happening? No, I agree with what's-her-face now. That man should die alone. Get your ass together, Daniel.
But he's got his socks over his jeans, like the bottom of them. I don't understand. Anyway, on this friend date, you wanted to set a standard for how I should be treated, and you sure set a high one. I thank God so much that he put an amazing friend like you in my life. Thank you for making me feel like a true princess. # still single, though. This is why guys turn gay. Right here. Because things like that, we try way too hard and that happens. You know who treats me right? Andy. Go talk to Andy.
I feel so bad for him because have I been there.
I've only been with Angie, so I've never been friend zoned. I friend zone a lot of people and shows and TV shows.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been friend zoned plenty of times. I've also been pity dated. I would rather be friend zoned. There's nothing more degrading, and I hope somebody else can relate to this, than when you start dating somebody and they say, let's not tell anybody though, because then that means they don't care about you. They want you to stop bothering them.
Yeah, no, I get that. This
God,
actually,
does that suck.
And then I found another. This is on the marketplace, and I loved this so much. It's a Christmas tree, okay, and the Christmas tree doesn't fit into the house. This is right here in West Bend, Wisconsin, because I go into the marketplace and I want to see what I can buy all the time. This Christmas tree doesn't fit into the house. This fake Christmas tree. The title of this is what it's called: the BBC of Xmas trees. And then they go, the description: size is everything, baby. Clark Griswold approved. Free decorative blue balls included. 9 foot of holiday bliss all up and around your face. Due to me wanting everything big and bad, I got this tree. I didn't account into the fact that I have an inadequate sized living room. I thought for sure this tree would compensate my below average living room. Sigh. I know it is. It has a. Well, it's again talking about a tree. The limp windsock thing.
Okay.
Going on, but it will perk right up once it finds the right living room to back this thing up. 150 firm. Pick up in wherever, West Bend. Free holiday cheer included. Luke the dog not included, but you may pet him for free. A $19.99 value. Absolutely free. I love this guy.
Yeah, that is great.
Very excited that he lives in West Bend. It makes me want to go buy the tree.
I would. How big is it? You got those big vaulted ceilings, don't you?
No, I did at one point. I did in Green Bay. I don't know how big that one is. Must be small. I don't.
Yeah, why didn't he write the?
I think he did. Hang on.
Yeah, I need to know the footage because if it's not big and like if he didn't put how big it is, then I'm gonna run into the same issue he did. Because I got it. Actually, I have vaulted
He didn't. He didn't write.
How big is it?
You 9 foot. 9 foot.
Oh my
That's
God,
big.
that is a big tree. I could get that. I should do that.
All right, here, Sid, we got some time for this. I want to can you just type in Fabio Bird, and I want you to put up the picture here, and I want to just read this. Take the time to read this. The title is, right there. Just put that one up, and we'll all just look at it while I read this. And text TV to 71090. It has been, this is what this guy, the Mike Toole.
How long ago was this?
This was 20 years ago. Listen, it has been 20 years since Fabio killed a goose with his face on a roller coaster. Do you remember this story? I do. All right.
That's why I thought I was in the Matrix. I was like, I've seen Fabio murder birds with his face before. How often does this happen to a single human?
Maybe it's the fact that this happened in pre-YouTube Twitter era, so it wasn't immediately memed to death. It probably made your local news. Maybe it was the last story of the night after sports and weather. It definitely made the rounds on Leno and The Daily Show, but Fabio showing up to promote a new roller coaster, then getting hit in the face by a goose is the funniest thing that has ever happened. Fabio, by the way, was a model. Long blonde hair.
He was on the cover of like the smut books.
You're right. Well, he did do this promotion for this new roller coaster.
Why?
I don't know, because they hired him to do it. Here, and listen, you'll go into this article. Think about everything that went into this. This happened in Virginia, not California, where I assume the spokesperson for I Can't Believe It's Not Butter lived at the time. By the way, Fabio was the face of I Can't Believe It's Not Butter.
Why?
I don't know.
Because he's fit and can't have butter.
So he had to be flown there, picked up at an airport, presumably spend the night at this like Williamsburg Embassy Suites. Also, he could get hit in the face by a bird the next day. The roller coaster called Apollo, so it has some sort of Greek god theme, and Fabio was a lot of hair and muscle, so he kind of looks like a Greek god, and that's all the PR department at Busch Gardens needed.
I love Busch Gardens.
They also filled the roller coaster with women wearing white robes and fake wreaths. What, assuming though, is Fabio is not wearing a costume, he looks like he's a manager at a Bass Pro Shop.
I thought that was weird when I looked at this. I was like, why does this look like it's in this photo looks like it's in the 1950s where she has a headband on and not allowed to wear or show cleavage.
This is the kind of denim shirt my mom would always wear.
Oh, yeah, I like that. So Fabio and the rest of the riders are all set to go, and off they go for the 2 minutes and 15-second ride. Now, according to reports, he hit the goose on the first drop. That means he had to ride a roller coaster, which is supposed to be fun and thrilling, with the knowledge that a bird just exploded on his face. That is not an enjoyable way to ride a roller coaster. It has to be incredibly uncomfortable, painful, and disgusting. Plus, you know there are TV cameras and photographs waiting for you. That's a lot to take in for the next minute and a half. Then the ride ends, and the assembled media and Busch Garden workers see what's rolling in on Apollo's chariot. Their bloodied Greek god with all these women in white behind him, all covered in blood. Now imagine you're standing there and see this happening in real time. You've never seen someone go on a roller coaster, come back with a blood-soaked face. So it's not like you're going to be immediately, think what are you going to think what happened and say, oh, he hit a goose? No, you wouldn't think that. I mean, for the people waiting in the station, they had to be the biggest what the F happened on this ride moment. And for the people who work there who know that the ride does not normally include a face exploding part, what happened? Did he hit his face on the bar in front of him? Did one of the ladies put her arms up and mistakenly smash his nose? Does Fabio have a rare face exploding condition when exposed to high speeds? Is there a paintball course nearby? How there hasn't been a Where Are They Now or podcast or oral history of this day, I'll never know.
Yeah, but is that his blood or the goose's blood?
It's the goose's. I think he broke his nose, so it could be.
I hope so. Those things are massive.
And then they go, look at the perfection in this photo. I want to know everything about everyone.
Yeah.
When did they know a goose exploded on Fabio? How far back did the splatter go? Does the girl squinting in the second row know what happened? Because the girl directly behind Fabio sure looks like she knows what happened.
She knew what happened.
This person has blood on her. It looks like kind of, right?
Oh, she does. Or she's just got a jacked up face, but that's usually not who you don't put jacked up face in the second row.
Of course, the highlight of this photo is the girl on the right who seems to be thrilled to meet Fabio. If you watch the video, you see she is doing her best to reassure him that everything's okay. She's kind of the hero here, but in the photo, she just looks like she's having the time of her life. Like, can you believe what luck? We hit a goose.
I'm so upset that this didn't happen 5 years later. Because we would have had a GoPro.
Oh, we would have.
We would have had video of that goose exploding like when Randy Johnson threw that pitch in baseball. And it was just a puff of feathers and then beautiful Fabio wafting through it.
And then to finish this up, and then there's Fabio, who is just having that realization that all of these people are taking video and photos of him. It's sort of like, oh, I've wasted my life look on his face that kills me every time. I don't know why I think about this so often, but the combination of D-list celebrity, PR stunt, and the fact this almost never happens to anyone, and probably that they're all wearing white, I mean, that's really funny. Again, R.I.P. Goose, and someone please make a movie about this one day. Thank you.
Yeah. Even just an episode. There needs to be a drunk history on this.
I mean, they just look like he's just going to work at a Bass Pro Shop.
Is he wearing leather pants?
I hope.
Yeah, those are leather pants. Look at how shiny those are. That's not denim.
I mean, it's so funny, like, all that, he gets flown there. He's staying at this classy place, all to just get hit by a goose.
And, like, geese are big. He had to have somewhat seen that coming. Like, he was probably coming up that first hill, and he was at the top like, man, we're so high, the geese are flying below us. Hope they get out of the way. Like, they're coming right at the line of sight.
Yeah.
And then, he had to, as he was going down, kept an eye on that goose. Like, come on, don't do it. Stop!
And then another minute and a half of him
of blood getting in your eyes. Like, you can tell... Like, he was such a professional. He knew he was bleeding. But he also knew that if he took his hand and wiped it, that it was going to smear. And he didn't want to have a smeared red face in the picture. So he sat there with his hands on it and let the blood just, like Rain-X across his face.
Oh, like, it's just perfect. We should have been talking about this every year.
I think this is going to be my Halloween costume next year.
Yeah, should
When
be.
did it happen?
I have leather pants.
20 years ago. So, 1999.
Should we? No, I mean, like, the day. I want to know the day so we can celebrate.
Hey, Siri. What day did Fabio get hit by a bird in the face?
Okay, what are you trying to do?
Okay, I found this on the web. For what day did
March 30th, 1999.
Holy cow, Siri's actually getting useful?
I guess.
March 30th. Put it down in a calendar. Every March 30th, we will all sit and remember the day when Fabio got hit in the face by a bird
Boy, do
on
I like
a roller
that.
coaster in Vermont.
Hey, we got a lot of things on the way, including the take from Jake and Tanner. Top of the 8 o'clock hour. We're playing for $220. Might be $240. You might win $240. Well, you're going to win $240 tomorrow when you play.
She won't be here, so I'll have to play.
Well, she could do it in the car.
If there's a tiebreaker, what do we do? Rock, paper, scissors? Just shout?
But also, she would be able to hear the...
She could turn down the radio. If she just promised not to cheat.
Well, I don't know. There will be a whole bunch of listeners around, too.
I like the
That
idea
is
of
true.
her continue playing.
Yeah.
Do you not want to?
It doesn't matter.
You always try to get out of it.
Let's just give away $240 here.
Maybe we'll have Tanner to play so we can get it up there a little. No, I'm kidding. We love you, Sydney.
Oh.
So take from Jake and Tanner. You got a chance. Maybe Tanner will lose today. I read some of the questions. Some of them are kind of hard.
You said they were easy.
Yeah, I did say the first few. I'm like, wait, why didn't you just ask what the letter after A is in the alphabet? Anyway, take from Jake and Tanner on the way next with the Jake and Tanner Show. So you got to do this right now. Text TV to 71090, and you got to watch this video with us. We found, well, actually, our online producer, Panger, our online producer, found Fabio's close encounter with a bird. No. It was not a close encounter. No, he nailed it.
The closest encounter.
It's the Jake and Tanner Show. Jake, Tanner, Sydney. Hi, I'm one of the hosts of the show. My name is Jake, and I was saying just a second ago that I can't wait. I mean, I can because I don't want my kids to grow up so super fast, but they're almost to the stage now where they're not bringing home so many sicknesses. Like early on, a year ago, it was really bad. 2 years ago, I was constantly sick. Mm-hmm. And eventually, I mean, they will get sick, but they won't bring home as many. They won't always be sick.
Yeah.
God, because I remember a guy that's older, a little older, has kids, and he was saying, boy, I remember that I was like 2 years straight that I was sick. Mm-hmm. It was just nonstop sicknesses in my house. Eventually they grow out of it. Hi, Tanner.
Hi, my name's Tanner. I'm the other host of the show. And when Jake said that, I said it's because of dirty parents. That's why our kids get sick.
Wash your kids.
Yeah, just wash your kids.
That's all I got to do. Bathe them.
I've had my kid for 3 years. I can count on one hand how many times she's been sick. But I guarantee when she starts going to school, she's going to be sick for, like I said, 2 full years. Yep. Why? Because of you dirty parents not washing your kids.
You know what else public school does? Teaches your kids how to Fortnite dance.
Yeah, Fortnite dance, and spread the rumor that Marilyn Manson had 2 of his ribs removed so he could pleasure himself.
Because I got a lot of, I got friends that are in, they kind of like do these private schools.
You need to get out of that name. You need to be a big fish in a small pond. You got to stop being the poverty family.
And I was drinking a beer with them, and my kid was on the picnic table doing a Fortnite dance.
Yeah.
And he goes, look at that. That's public school for you. And I go, you're such a jerk. But he's right.
Yeah. In public school, that's where the kids learn how to swear before they learn how to run.
His kid comes over and goes, hey, Dad, do you know this flower can treat this kind of disease? And I'm like, And my kid's over there doing that loser thing with his legs and grabbing his crotch. And I'm like, this ain't right. Whatever. You keep going, Dewey. Yeah. Eating that glue will eventually pay off.
Yeah, remember that 13-year-old kid won like $3 million playing Fortnite.
Wasn't there a dude at Lambeau recently, a kid that was like a Fortnite gamer or something, and he was like a big deal there? I don't know.
It could have been Ninja. I don't know.
Sydney.
Those damn Twitch streamers.
Introduce yourself. Tell me something.
My name is Sydney. Wait, did you just say give me a slice of life?
Give me a little slice of life. Give me some of your life pie. Ew. Sorry. Go for it. Yeah, I know. It's just wrong. Everything that comes out of my mouth is just offensive somehow.
In 10 years,
what?
If you were to say that, you would be we are so lucky that you don't Me Too him.
I know.
Just on accidental things he says.
Apologize about that. Go on.
Hi, my name is Sydney, and I think I might have to go to urgent care today.
Yeah, you should get out of here. I said that. You go.
Yeah, you can go home. I don't want to be sick.
I don't actually feel bad.
You got strep throat.
Stop being 21 and not wanting to be sick. Just be sick and go home.
Go home. Put a sheet on the couch. Cuddle up with some soup and some OJ. Your sister mom will take care of you.
Do you? Be like Judy Garland. Do you know what Judy Garland used to eat when she was 16? You know what her diet was?
Ew. I don't want to know.
Dog food.
Judy Garland is Dorothy from... Okay. She would have black coffee, chicken broth, and 80 cigarettes a day.
You're saying that would just to stay skinny in Hollywood?
At 16 years old, that was her diet.
Just to be... So she was good looking in Hollywood or whatever?
Yeah. So Judy Garland would stay relevant. That was her diet. Black coffee, 80 cigarettes, and chicken broth.
Wait, did she actually say 80 cigarettes?
Yes, it was on the complete sheet a couple weeks ago as one of those random facts. 80 cigarettes. Do you know how many cigarettes that is? That's 4 packs of cigarettes. I used to smoke a pack a day for over 10 years. And I mean, you got to be smoking once an hour, about once an hour, more than once an hour to get through a pack of cigarettes in one day.
Back then, though, they didn't know any better. They said that
they were recommended.
Things. Yeah,
like I said, back in the 40s, 4 out of 5 doctors recommended Marlboro cigarettes, and the 5th doctor recommended Camels.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, it's so weird when I watch Mind. We should go see Mind Freak. He's coming to Milwaukee.
Pang sent that to me.
Wouldn't that be so fun?
Pang sent that to me, and I got so giddy with enjoyment. I remember when Mind Freak was on Netflix, and we had a plumber come to our apartment because there's water leaking through ours into the thing, and I was watching Mind Freak because I was the only one there, and he literally sat down on the couch with me and watched Mind Freak with me. I wasn't paying him. I didn't care. It was my landlord, and he was just like, "You mind if I sit down?" I was like, "I don't care what you do, man. You want to sit down and just hang out for a minute?" And he's like, "I'm hourly. Let's do this." I was like, "I got pizza in the oven if you want to eat." And he's like, "I could eat." And we sat. He stayed for an extra hour just watching Mind Freak with me, and we were just like, "How do you do that?"
What happened to that guy?
I would love to if you sat in my apartment once in Coleman, Wisconsin, as a plumber, looking at stuff, and we sat and watched Mind Freak together for an hour. I would love for you to call me because I want to know what you're up to. Same thing with Dan, the guy who's naked and showed up and broke into my apartment and just said,
we should do that. We should do Where Are They Now in our lives? Things that have happened in our lives. Where are you now, buddy? We got to say this really quick. We know it was a joke. It's not about parents and washing their kids.
Yes, it is.
They share everything, and they're Jeremy. We know.
Why is my kid not sick now?
Well, I'm just saying. We're not saying this parent's mad because they don't wash their kids. I bet. I am offended.
All I'm saying is I find it weird that my kid is 3 years old and I can count on one hand how many times she's been sick.
Yeah.
But then when she goes to school or daycare, she's going to start getting sick because she's hanging out with other kids. Kids don't make germs. They transport them to other children.
I want to do what you just said in a second. You said the random facts. I got 5 random facts for you guys. We'll see if we'll play a little contest, see if you can guess some things. We're going to do that next. But first, we got $200 to try giving away. 866-916-0959. How you feeling? You feeling smart today?
Yes, it's 220, isn't it?
220. Oh, yeah, 220. Oh, hi, what's your name? What do they call you?
Hey, I'm Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Oh, Nick sounds stupid. Oh,
Nick.
he also sounds like he's got people in the car with him.
No cheating, Nick.
Don't worry. They're 3, 4, and 1.
So okay, they're his kids.
I don't know. Nick sounds like he could be outsmarted by a 4-year-old.
Nick, you don't have to take that abuse because he's going to leave the room right now. We got 5 questions, Nicholas. Now, Tanner's not going to hear any of the questions or the answers. He's going to come back into the room, get asked the same ones. If he beats you, $240 tomorrow when we play with Sydney. If you win, you're getting $220 today. Big thanks to Prospera Credit Union with Life Stage Personal Guidance. Remember, if you get stuck, you can't pass. Time willing, we'll get back to that question. And then we're going to answer these all together at the very end. Do you have any questions, Nick?
No, sounds good.
Here we go, buddy. What part of the eye gives it color?
The iris.
In which state is the Grand Canyon located?
Arizona.
Which country contains the most forested area?
Brazil.
What was Princess Diana's maiden name?
Pass.
What Canadian television series did hip-hop star Drake star in as a main character?
Degrassi.
What was Princess Diana's maiden name?
Diana Moore? I have no idea.
Okay.
Moore.
Tanner! You didn't do too bad. I'm going to just say, Nicholas. Hang on, Nick. Put you on hold. No food out there today? You ready?
I am.
How do you feel like Nick did? Do you feel like he's stupid?
No, I bet you he's a sleeper. I bet you he got 3.
Okay. Here we go. We'll find out here in a minute. Hey, what part of the eye gives it color?
The iris.
In which state is the Grand Canyon located in?
Arizona.
What country contains the most forested area?
Pass.
What was Princess Diana's maiden name?
Oh, no. I don't know that. Pass.
What Canadian television series did hip-hop star Drake star in as a main character?
Degrassi.
What country contains the most forested area?
Brazil.
What was Princess Diana's maiden name?
Oh, I should know that. Walsenburg.
Walsenburg. Let's bring Nicholas back.
Huh. I don't feel like I did well.
Nick, are you there?
Yep, I'm still here.
All right, here we go. We're going to go through this really quick. You got your bell?
Oh, yeah. I'm very sweaty.
Hey, what part of the eye gives it color? Nick said iris. Tanner said iris. Iris is correct.
Like the Goo Goo Dolls song.
And which state is the Grand Canyon located in? Nick said Arizona. Tanner said Arizona. Arizona is correct. Tied at 2. Hey, what country contains the most forested area? Nick said Brazil. Tanner said Brazil. You're both wrong.
Is it a United States? Or no, Canada!
Russia. Russia.
Oh, Russia makes sense.
Where do they have all the beautiful women?
For sale.
What was Princess Diana's maiden name? He said Moore. Tanner said Walsenburg or something. It was Spencer.
I don't know if I've ever heard that before in my entire life.
What Canadian television series did hip-hop star Drake star in his main character? Nick said Degrassi.
Oh, God!
Tanner said Degrassi. Tied at 3!
I knew it! I knew he got 3!
All right. So, Nick, how this works is Tanner's going to take off his headphones so he can't hear anything. I'm going to read you this question, and it's whoever gets closest. It's a ranking question. Whoever gets closest to the answer is going to win this. Now, don't take too much time. We don't want anybody to think you're cheating. And Nick's gone. So, Tanner, guess what? You win.
I won by default!
Unless he calls back. He's got 30 seconds, and we got to go to our commercial break. So, he's got 30 seconds to call back.
Oh, my God.
And they stay there! And
There's Tanner win. Let's see. Let's give
Oh, here we go!
Let's give
This is a 10-second countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Hi,
4.
who's this?
Hey, we're back.
Damn it! Oh, I was so close to winning!
And the bathroom substance.
All right, so Nick, this is a ranking question. Tanner's going to take his headphones off, like he just did. It's whoever gets closest to this, and this isn't The Price is Right. You can go over, no big deal. Okay? Answer kind of quick,
right.
so you know that we know you're not cheating. Are you ready for your ranking question?
I am ready.
When did construction of the Berlin Wall begin?
The Berlin Wall?
Yeah, what year?
1943.
All right, he's locked in. Locked in. Answer's locked in. Tanner, please. When did construction of the Berlin Wall begin? What year?
Well, I know Reagan said...
No, you mean
Mr.
Hasselhoff.
Gorbachev.
Hasselhoff.
Tear down this. Was that Reagan? I don't know.
Was
I'm gonna say-
Hasselhoff.
no, Hasselhoff danced on it.
Oh, man, was that beautiful.
I'm going to say
1910. 1910, I heard. 1955. Answers are locked in. This is for $220. When did construction of the Berlin Wall begin? What year? Well, Nicholas said 1943.
Oh, God.
Tanner said 1955.
Oh, God.
The answer, 1961.
Yes!
Oh.
Sorry, Nick. Good game, Lo.
Yes!
Now your kids can be disappointed in you.
Yeah,
again.
just another reason.
Thanks.
Just another day.
Oh man, what happened to what was that one guy's name that was always depressed when he called in at the country station? That reminded me of that when he said, just another day of me being a loser. Oh, Tyler.
Yeah, loser Tyler.
Yeah.
He called in here once.
Anyway, so $240 tomorrow when we figure out if we're going to be playing against Sydney, most likely. When we play Take from Jake and Tanner. Big thanks again to Prospera Credit Union. Life Stage Personal Guidance. I want to go through these random facts with you. Also, oh man, something so awkward happened at the gym yesterday. And I completely forgot about it until just now.
Did somebody catch you looking?
Well, they wanted me to look.
Whoa!
Yeah,
I'm excited now.
Oh, man, people are freaking out because you said, I don't know, then pass. You kind of said it in all a sentence, though.
Yeah.
I don't know, pass.
Yeah, like that was my answer. I don't know, pass.
Calm down. It's the Jake and Tanner show. Jake, Tanner, Sydney. Sydney's sick. We're trying to kick her out of here to go home or go to the doctor. And she's like, no, I want to get everyone sick before I leave this building.
I don't understand. You'll get paid the whole time.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just go to the doctor. We have families that we don't want to get sick.
Nobody loves you. Go.
And there's only 2 breaks left.
Get out. Skip. Shoot.
What if Drew calls back?
We've done this together for a while.
Yeah, but
for quite a long time.
I got to tell you guys, before you leave, though, Sydney, this happened at the gym yesterday. Which, by the way, I go to Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is an amazing place. I go into the locker room, and this guy kind of is over here like 5 lockers away. And in my peripheral vision, he looks over. And I saw him kind of look, and I go, I wonder if he wants to talk. My headphones are in, okay?
Why would you think that?
Because he looked like twice. He kind of looked twice.
Yeah.
And we are in a job where people kind of know who you are, right?
Oh, no.
I pulled the Tanner.
Did it happen?
I pulled the Tanner, but listen to this.
To you?
He walks over, and he goes, with the headphones. And I take them out, I go, hey. And he goes, hey, do you mind taking a picture? And I go, are you sure my shirt? I go, my shirt's off. And he goes, yeah, it doesn't matter. I go, okay. So I grab his.
Why were you shirtless?
I'm changing. I mean,
in the locker room?
Yeah.
You want to take a photo in the locker room?
Listen, I put my arm around him, and he looks at me, and he pulls back a little bit. And right then I went, oh, you don't want this. But then I go, what the hell do you want? Because and he goes, no, can you take a picture of me? And he's just in his underwear. And then he starts flexing. And I go, okay. And I took a picture. And then he goes, one more, man. And he's like, I'd like to see my progress. And then I go, okay, thank you so much. And then, by the way, now people are coming in. And he comes back and he goes, man, can you do it again? I got to get in the lighting, the better lighting. So again, this dude's in his underwear, and he backs up into the lighting. And this is where I am in my life right now. I'm not the big deal. I am taking pictures of this man who doesn't know who I am, shirtless in his underwear, flexing, and people are coming in. And then he has a conversation with me talking about all the progress and how he used to be only 105 pounds, and he's really proud of his body. And I love that. That is great. And that's what can happen at Planet Fitness. I have just never had that happen to me.
My favorite thing in the world. That's worse than anything I've ever done. With the pictures. Because I've always just said, oh yeah, come in, and they just said, no, we don't want one with you. You got as far as putting an arm around him, and he pulled away from you like he was us and Sydney is you in the room because he didn't want to get sick or strep throat.
Well,
he's just like, what the hell do you want, you pervert?
He looked right.
Yeah.
He looked at me like, whoa. And then
you're the weird one.
The realization of me going, oh, you don't want this to happen. And at the exact same time going, well, what the hell am I holding your phone for? Like,
you just took it and ran.
Oh, that was weird. And I was kind of sweaty, and I touched him, but the weirdest thing is people walking in and I'm taking pictures.
Yeah. And the thing is that they all thought that you guys had some sort of prior
Never met him in my entire life.
And you haven't. I want to do that to real celebrities now. I want to walk up to somebody and ask them, would you mind taking a photo?
Yeah.
And then handing them my phone and standing next to somebody else. Because I think it would be so funny if Macho Man Randy Savage is
He's dead and gone.
Yeah. And then, oh God, he is?
I think so.
Who sells Slim Jims?
Nobody. That business went under. They buried all of the Slim Jims with him.
Oh my God. He's in a Slim Jim coffin and coffee.
Hey, let me give you some of these random facts, see if you know any of these.
I will destroy. I am so...
Clocks run clockwise because that's the direction shadows would move around a sundial.
True.
At least in the northern hemisphere where clocks were developed.
Oh, these aren't questions. You're just giving me facts.
Well, I don't know. I can make them questions. I thought I could make that on the fly. Well, I'm not that quick-witted. Yes, you're right. True.
Maybe you just say everything with an inflection at the end.
Okay. Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr worked together as defense attorneys in America's first murder trial in 1800. 4 years later, Burr killed Hamilton in a duel.
True?
True is correct.
Yes!
Aerosmith has 21 singles and made the top 40, but only one number one. What number one? Haha, did that one on the fly.
Dream On.
Okay, Sydney, you probably don't know any Aerosmith songs.
Dream On.
I Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
Oh, that makes sense. Hey.
One more. Stephen Hawking is the only person who ever played themselves in the episode of Star Trek. He was on the episode of Star Trek The Next Generation playing poker against holograms of other great scientists. Go on. That's it. I'm done.
He, my favorite Aerosmith story is when Steve Perry.
Okay.
I think it's Steve Perry, the guitar player for Aerosmith.
What?
Steve Perry?
Isn't Steve Perry the lead singer of Journey?
That's why it always messes with me. Guitar player.
And I mean, maybe. I don't know anything
that's what I always thought,
about any other music besides really country.
Lead guitar player for Aerosmith. Joe Perry. Sorry, Joe Perry. So Joe Perry and Steven Tyler are riding around together and they're listening to the radio. And they heard a song, an Aerosmith song that they made in the 70s or in the 80s or something. And Steven Tyler said, I love this. We should cover this song. And Joe Perry looks at him and says, you dumb MFer, that's us.
What song was it?
I don't remember what song it was, but that's when Steven Tyler said, okay, I need to stop doing as many drugs. Because he didn't know it was him. He didn't even know his own song.
I will tell you, and I say it all the time, to be a rock star in the flippin' 80s.
70s and 80s would have been amazing.
Because there was no YouTube.
No.
You were famous being on stage.
Yes. That's it.
And that's all you did was tour.
Yep.
Town
and that's
to town
where you
to
got
town.
your money from. Now you don't even that and like albums and stuff, but you don't.
It wouldn't even be a real world. That wouldn't even be real world.
No. I wonder what it's like now. I wonder if it's a lot. How much more calm it is.
Well, because now I feel like everybody has a video camera to like, okay, I'm in the back of the room and I know maybe possibly they throw all their put all your phones here, but now it's so easy to video someone doing something wrong and just to blast them all over the internet. Back then it was just your word against them or whatever.
Yeah, Def Leppard.
That's the craziest band. Is that the Def Leppard one? Yeah.
That's when everybody would say like, we thought we used to party, but then we'd party with Def Leppard and realize, oh no, we can't handle this.
Are all those guys dead?
I thought that was Motley Crue.
No, I think Motley Crue is bad, but I don't think it's bad as Def Leppard.
Def Leppard was insane at the amount of partying that they
Are they
would
all
do.
still alive?
Yeah, a lot of them are.
They got to be really messed up, right, with brain cells?
No, they're still touring. The one-armed guy is still drumming. He's doing great. But during like a big guitar solo, the lead singer would go down behind the stage and get a squeezer from a roadie.
I like it called that.
and then that's just what and then he would go back up there and finish the rest of their set. And I think that's
a different world.
We didn't do that at JTX. We didn't walk down into the green room.
I said we wanted groupies. I told my wife there may be groupies. And I go, this is what happens when you're married to a big deal, Angie.
Yeah, and it's just me and Jake down there trying to not look at each other.
I want to hear this song really quick.
What song?
Well, it's called Dumb Ways to Die. Let's listen to it.
Oh, this sounds nice.
Set fire to your hair. Poke a stick at a grizzly bear.
Why would you do that?
Eat medicine that's out of date. Use your private parts as piranha bait. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Oh, this is nice.
It is.
Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Let's hear the next verse.
Get your toast out with a fork. Do your own electrical work. Teach yourself how to fly. Eat a 2-week-old unrefrigerated pie. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
I like that. This is happy but sad.
I'm putting this on my Spotify playlist.
Invite a psycho killer inside. Scratch a drug dealer's brand new ride. Take your helmet off in outer space. Use a clothes dryer as a hiding place. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to
this has got to be the, what do you call this, the bridge coming up on this now?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Keep a rattlesnake as a pet. Sell both your kidneys on the internet. Eat a tube of super glue. I wonder, what's this red button do? Dumb ways to die. So many
Snake people weird me out, by the way.
dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be singing this
Dress
all
up
day.
like a moose during hunting season.
Dress up like a moose.
Disturb a nest of wasps for no good reason. Stand on the edge of a train station platform. Drive around the boom gates at a level crossing. Run across the tracks between the platforms. They may not rhyme, but they're quite possibly dumbest ways to die. Dumbest ways to die.
Oh, this is nice.
I love
Ways to die.
If I heard this,
So many dumb ways to die.
Wow.
Like, if
it's
I
almost
heard-
like a love song.
yeah, if I heard this while I was dying, I'd be like, it's a good day.
It's nice.
All in all, I mean, this one thing kind of sucks, but the rest of it's pretty good.
Man, I was reading, I don't know where it went, and I think I told the story a little while ago, but the dumbest way that people were dying with that elephant that accidentally sat down and crushed his owner or whatever.
Didn't
so
his
they
head
did
go in his butt and then he suffocated?
They public hung the elephant
How do you even go about doing
on a
that?
crane or something, but it slipped, and everybody was there watching. It came down and crushed like 4 other people, and then they had to redo it.
I'm happy that happened.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to be behind an elephant's butt and your head is about the same size as an elephant sphincter, you got to know that's just part of the job.
Oh, that people are saying that was a game on your phone. Dumb Ways to Die. I think that's a theme song for it. I didn't know that.
I'm okay with that.
We still have flip phones.
Yeah. Did you see that there are people giving $100,000 to go without your smartphone or any apps?
I could do that, but I'm at that
for
generation.
an entire year.
I could do it. Wait. Are you saying apps or your phone?
Apps, yeah. Like, I think you can have your phone, but like no app. Or internet app either. So
I could do that.
A lady did this.
It would suck, but I could do it.
A lady did that, and she said it was fine until she got stuck at an airport and she got lost and she didn't know where to go because it would have been so easy to just go
GPS.
and Google. Oh, what's the address? Okay, that's where to go. Or to get a cab ride now. You couldn't get a lift. She couldn't get a lift. She had to go actually wave down a cab or go call one because cabs you just don't wave them down anymore.
I wonder, it is so easy for me to say, I could do that. But I wonder how difficult it would be once you realize the things that you actually use your phone. You don't know until it's just gone. You're like, oh yeah, I use my phone for that. I would have to go to the bank. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, to see how you'd have to go to an ATM to see how much money you have. You couldn't just have your face unlock your app and check everything you do with the internet. That's basically giving up the internet. Because you don't have a computer in your home other than your Chromebook, and that sucks.
Oh, it's the worst.
So
it's got a cracked screen too.
You're pretty much giving up the internet. You get no more podcasts while you drive.
How much is it for?
I think it's 100,000.
I would try real hard.
Yeah.
Hey, Urban Air Adventure Park opening in the coming weeks. Follow and like them on Facebook for updates, hiring opportunities, and details about the adventure coming to Appleton. Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. It's Jake and Tanner show. Jake, Tanner, Sydney. I was thinking about this earlier. Well, not earlier, a couple days ago. Well, that's earlier. Should I continue explaining earlier and a couple days ago?
Yeah, time.
Because you guys reference The Office a lot, and I'm wondering if your generation is The Office.
Or
did you guys Netflix it?
I did watch The Office live.
Okay, you did.
Yeah.
Because I like The Office. I really do. I think it's really funny, but I didn't watch it religiously like I did Friends when Friends was on.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, when was The Office?
It got done in 2013.
When did it start?
9 seasons. So it started early 2000s.
2004? 2005?
Yes, if I remember correctly, it started in 2005.
I was 25 at this time, so you were right around 14, 15 years old.
So I'm watching The Office I didn't get into it until season 2.
I didn't even own a TV. I think we didn't even own a TV right then. We weren't even renting a house yet, but I was out of my parents' house, but we were drinking a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like we were partying. I don't know if we were keeping up on The Office, and at that time there was no just get on Netflix and rewatch it.
Yeah, there was no binging it unless you had the DVDs. That's what I liked.
Were you Netflix Office, Sid, or were you doing it
Netflix?
You watched it on Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah, that was your first experience with it? Like you never watched it on TV?
I saw it on TV a few times, but I'm not the type of person to keep up with something on TV week after week.
So I think Friends, obviously for Sydney, is probably too old. Do you know what I mean? Especially in the first season or whatever. It's really dated in the first season.
It takes 4 seasons before there's anything relevant. You're not alive the first 4 seasons of the Friends. Yeah. So
it's probably not relatable whatsoever. I don't know if The Office is, but The Office is filled with super fun comedy.
We had it on DVD when I was growing up. So
all of Friends or just a few of them? Because I had
all
the seasons on DVD.
I have the first 4 seasons.
God, what a crazy to be famous around that time too, because it was before Netflix took over. So I mean, when you were on TV, that was a big deal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And there weren't as many networks.
Yeah, it was only CBS, ABC, NBC, Fox. Yeah. That was it.
Only the rich people had the cable, but the majority of people were watching the Big 5 or the Big 4 or whatever.
Speaking of Netflix, recently said that they know certain users are sharing passwords and they're monitoring the situation. Mm-hmm. They also said they're looking into consumer-friendly ways of preventing you from doing it. But despite the fact that it is costing them a fortune, with a recent study estimated that 35% of millennials, 19% of Gen X's subscribers, and 13% of baby boomers are sharing their password. So even if 10% of Netflix's 137 million customers are sharing their password with non-paying customers, their 13.7 million people are not paying. So if they were, Netflix would be raking in somewhere around 135 million more monthly, or 1.6 billion annually.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Oh my God. They did it at first. They wanted you to share your password
because they wanted you to get hooked. But then I think they realized, well, how do we get them? How do we get them? Because you have to offer the package of multiple TV viewings at the same time, because you can't just have Netflix where only one TV gets to be running it at a time, because then families aren't going to want that kind of crap. So how do you get those people who are sharing passwords to get to get it? Price-wise here,
they're saying a conservative number, since the cost per user would be $10, and Netflix's most popular plan is $12.99. That's the one that allows the 2 TVs, like you're saying, to stream. The cheap plan is just one screen, and then there's a $16 plan that allows 4 screens at once.
That's the one I have, because it also allows 4K viewing, and I have multiple 4K TVs, and I'm not going to watch your poverty HD anymore.
Now, really, to be honest, I'm thinking about getting a new TV, I'm so used to poverty looking at a TV, but if I go to what you watch, I could never go back, could I?
It's fine.
Oh, really?
It's very not noticeable.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I just know, like, when I go down to Sheik's garage, there's no motion blur. It looks weird to me, like the TV. When they're moving the camera, like it's I don't know. It looks odd.
It's
not for my poor eyeballs.
It's very cool to watch scenery. in 4K HDR.
Is that why when you go to Costco and they're showing all the forest and
that is very
rivers
beautiful.
running? And
I can see each needle on that damn pine tree.
Sure.
But when I'm watching Daybreak and it says it's in HDR, does not matter to me.
It doesn't? Okay. 3 years ago, Netflix CEO said password sharing is something that I've learned to live with because there's so much legitimate password sharing with your spouse, with your kids, so there's no bright line and we're doing fine as is. And yesterday, Hastings said that subscriber numbers don't matter as much anymore because new services can be made available in bundles with other products. So the real streaming war is over eyeballs. Does that make sense?
Yes. Because I still think Disney is going to take a massive chunk out of all of the streaming services because they're getting exclusive. And as much as you don't like them, it's still the popular right now of Marvel movies. Also, and what they're doing is they're making those Marvel shows in the cinematic universe. So now it's going to be, if you just go to the theater and watch the movies, you are missing out on some things if you're not watching the shows. Does that make sense?
And if you have Verizon, they're giving it away for free, which I feel like most people have Verizon. I
have that. I get 1 year of free Apple TV Plus. It doesn't interest me. I don't want to watch the morning show. I don't care about that Seed show.
All right, so tell me why I should be interested, someone like me, in Disney Plus. Sell me.
You shouldn't.
Not for me.
Nope.
Okay.
Do your kids like Disney movies?
They don't care.
Okay, then it's not for you.
It's only $6.99 a month.
It's only $6.99 a month. They'll never have anything rated R on it. They've already said that. It's going to have your main appeal on it will be Disney films, Star Wars films, Marvel films. And you don't like The Simpsons, or you don't care about them, the Simpsons will be on there. Net Geo will be on there.
Ghost Adventures?
Nope. So, Disney Plus isn't for you. Your kids don't care about the Disney shows. So.
Brendan?
Dassey?
Brendan Fraser?
Oh.
Fraser?
I miss him.
You too, man. He ballooned right up. Did you see him?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
He got big. Hey, there's a new pickup line that's happening. Here's a new way to start a conversation with someone online. Maybe. All right, and pick them up. There's a 23-year-old woman in Scotland named Rachel, and she got a message on Facebook a few days ago from a stranger that said, quote, "Hey, did you hear about my granddad? ? She wrote back, quote, "What?" And he responded, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, the wrong person. Meant to text a girl I went to school with, but clicked you by accident. Not thinking straight as my granddad passed away. I'm so sorry." Then he followed that up with, quote, "You are lovely though. Are you single?" Rachel tweeted the screenshot of the message, and now it's going viral. And while the pickup move didn't work for this guy, I don't know, maybe it will for anybody that's single. Has this happened to any of you guys?
That's a terrible pickup line because that's not natural.
It's
Have
weird.
you ever messaged a person to say somebody's died?
I would never I want to know, wouldn't it be nice to be hit on? I never get hit on.
Me neither.
It's so sad. I have a hard time to believe that my wife does not get hit on. Because and again, maybe this is just me thinking she's absolutely gorgeous, but I'm always like, I've asked her, in your career, you've had to been hit on, right? Like,
the guy who took off his shoes obviously thought he was very comfortable.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she was talking to a patient yesterday about his brother. His brother moved out to San Diego to do landscaping, and he lives in a hammock. And he's saving a bunch of money and then coming back.
I'm sorry. You said he lives in a hammock.
He sleeps every night? Because apparently San Diego weather is outstanding all the time.
San Diego, it gets about as cold as it's going to get is around 55, and as hot as it's going to get is around 80.
He carries a backpack, his hammock, and a blanket, and he doesn't have a house or anything. He just goes to the park.
That sounds awesome. Like, it does. Like,
and he wants to do it for a few years.
I mean, if you have a cell phone and because then you can buy this would be nice if I could still watch movies and stuff. Like, I don't want to live like a complete homeless person. I want to eat good and stuff like that. So, how much is he spending on food? That's what I want to know, because he doesn't have a kitchen. He's not starting a campfire. You can't start fires in California anymore. It's already on fire.
Go to the shoe section at TJ Maxx and you'll get hit on, Jake. Why?
Why are women in the men's shoes?
And why? Well, maybe it's a man in the men's shoes. And
I saw the sweetest thing today.
What?
When I was driving, It's an affair for sure, but I saw it and it was very nice.
Okay.
I was driving in the parking lot near here.
Sure.
And an old man pulled up to another old man in a pickup truck, and then he got out and he hopped in their pickup truck and they kissed each other on the mouth. And they look like they're dating. And I was like, well, that's sweet. I mean, you're having an affair on your wives, but at least you're letting yourselves be who you want to be now.
I caught an affair this summer.
Really?
I went to the mountain bike. It was in West Bend. I went to the trailhead, parked the vehicle, and there was a car and a car.
Yep.
And they were in a car kissing. And then they saw me, and they get out, and she goes to her car, and then they both leave.
Oh. Well, that's inappropriate.
It is very inappropriate.
Were they kids?
No, they were adults.
But yeah, they both look like Sam Elliott. That's why I thought it was very nice.
I love Sam. I think Sam Elliott's the best looking guy on the planet.
So imagine two Sam Elliott's making out in a old Ford pickup, because that's what was happening. And I was like, well, that's very nice.
Oh, I get it. That's what they're saying.
What?
If women in the shoe section saw Jake's toenails, they wouldn't hit on him. Here I go again. Share one toenail picture, and the whole world's against you. What would you rather have? Would you rather have a good-looking guy smell like garlic and poop, or Jake with his toenails?
So you're asking
you,
Tanner or Jake?
Yeah.
Which one do you want?
Here's some tips here on how to prep your body for cold weather. Do you want to hear it real quick? Spend more time in the cold. Done. That's what it says. Yeah. Oh, no, they want you to take cold showers, too.
Oh, screw you. Everybody says cold showers is the best thing you could do for
I hear
yourself.
that.
It's going to wake you up better in the morning than 50 cups of coffee or cocaine. But I like warm water. I like hot water raining on me.
You know what? I like this segment we're doing here. Just this should be called News from the Prep Site That Every Radio Station Does segment.
That's pretty much all it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just going through a few stories that are on there. Hey, it is a Jake and Tanner show. Tomorrow, I do want to say this. Sydney, are you okay, Sid? You look like you're a little pale. You feeling worse?
I feel fine.
Boy, you don't. Why
super
don't you like
sick.
to admit that you're sick?
Just say you're sick.
I don't feel great, but I don't feel like I'm dying. Like, it's fine.
Okay, yeah, but
listen, if you're really, really sick and your throat is killing you, you do not. We'll get somebody to sell the calendars.
Yeah,
you know that.
Just stay home.
But if we're going to have calendars being sold, most likely it'll be Sid, and you're going to be. Can you tell the locations where you're going to be at? These are on Facebook, by the way.
Yes.
And we're going to make a link. We should make a link to really quick text where the locations are going to be. But anyway, share the locations.
I'm going to start here in Appleton, and we're starting right down the street at the Flagstone Bar and Grill.
Okay.
Flagstone Bar and Grill.
From like 6 to whatever?
Like 6 to 7, but when people
Around
stop
it.
showing up, then I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Sure.
Text JT to 71090 if you want an update on it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go to the outlet shops at Oshkosh, probably be there around like 7:30 to 8:30. And then Honey Baked Ham in Green Bay from like 9:45 to 10:45-ish.
$20 a calendar. Bring some cash. Don't take plastic, and selling them right out of the trunk of Sid's vehicle if you want the nearly nude calendar. The Karen Hour. Lots of music next. Hey, I need to say this really quick. Urban Air Adventure Park opening in the coming weeks. Follow and like them on Facebook for updates. Hiring opportunities and details. I ran about the adventures coming to Appleton. I had to run down the hallway to get that live read in. You are listening to the Jake and Tanner Show.